RP and the Ad Council.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn, he'll get it to the 24-yard line.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by Wingstop. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Ah, yeah!
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We don't want to hear your mouth, Rico. What did he say?
He said there's a delay, so we're probably off on the song.
Oh, that's not cool.
But
thanks for letting us know that, though, Rico.
So, yeah.
We thought we sound real good. We thought we were the. What would our group name be named? Terrell and the Musketeers. Terrell and the Bop. Yeah. Nah, I don't know about that one.
Music away, you guys would have sounded great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, Rico.
Me.
We'll be in the studio tomorrow, so it should be better. Hey, and I'm on time.
Yeah, I seen
You're
you.
early.
Everybody in the text line. Yeah, I'm early.
No, I seen him when he pulled up. He was like 5 minutes early.
5?
I seen
I
you in the
beat
back.
you.
No, I sat out here for.
I beat you.
Hey, Jake.
Jake said you went to the shop.
But I came back and I was sitting
I
out
don't
there.
care. You wasn't there before.
I seen you when you
Who
pulled
was here, Jake?
Me.
When I got
No,
here. Thank you, Jake.
I was sitting out there, Jake. I seen him when he pulled up. He driving his truck. I seen him pass right by me. Yeah, and I was here at 9:41.
I was here at 9:50.
I went to the station and got this and came right back.
Oh, he was doing work. You were still working.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah.
You don't got no job.
Yeah.
Where you work at?
Smith Care.
Oh.
Building
What kind of work you do?
I clean.
Buildings.
Yeah.
All types of buildings.
A Honda.
If somebody wanted to get they building clean, who would they contact?
Jenny Smith at 402-499-3146.
Yeah, you guys hiring still?
Oh, yeah, we hiring anytime. I mean, always looking for great cleaners.
Okay. Well, there you go. Again, what was that number?
402-499-3146. But I'm the best cleaner, so doesn't matter who it is.
Oh, you the black shirt cleaner.
Yeah.
That's what you should do, a little offset. Black shirt cleaning.
Nah.
No?
I'm about to retire.
Oh. Hey, it's the captain on the it's the captain live from Wingstop, 50th and O Street, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be here eating chicken sandwiches. I can't wait. 11 o'clock we open. If you want to order now, you can do that. Go to www.wingstop.com. We got 3 locations, 50th and O where we're at, 29th and Pine Lake Road out south, and 28th and Superior. If you are hungry, get to one of those locations now. Tell them I sent you. You can get any type of chicken sandwich flavor you want.
Corn.
Spicy corn. Atomic, mild, mango habanero, hickory smoke, original hot lemon pepper, Cajun, garlic parmesan, spicy Korean, and then Hawaiian. And it's hot honey.
Ooh.
Hot honey.
You getting some corn today?
No.
I am.
No, I've got my veggies today. See?
Yeah, you went with
I went
carrots.
with veggie sticks.
Healthy.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to listen. When you get a little older, you'll notice.
That's a lie.
Oh my God.
Oh, he hit one day out the week.
Thanks
He
a-
want to eat good. Oh my God.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I appreciate that.
He's trying to do
No
a
problem.
health.
I'm saying when you
promo.
get older,
Just that one day that be I'm healthy man today.
Yeah.
you don't break down your food.
Push-ups?
So you have to get push-ups, sit-ups, eat some vegetables. Nothing wrong with fruits and vegetables.
Oh no.
I'll never see you eating fruits and vegetables.
I think
What do
you
you
need,
see me eating
so,
besides wings?
Chicken.
Yeah, you don't see me eating anything
Good
else.
sense.
I think
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think you're full of it with the push-ups.
Why?
I need you to go live every time you do a set of 25 on Facebook, and then tag me and Jake
Oh my
and
God.
Bach so we can see that you're doing. How many
I'm
say
gonna
a
do
day? How many say a day?
100.
100. So he need to go live on Facebook and,
I'm about to
and
do
tag
100
us
before
in
we
it.
leave here.
Oh man, I heard that before.
I'm gonna do 100 before we leave here.
Man.
At the next break, we got 4 breaks for sure. I'll be done with them.
That's a lie.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Hey, you can order online at wingstop.com or use DoorDash, Uber Eats to have your food delivered. Come on, man.
We ain't seen you in 2 days, man. We got to be fun.
Y'all happy
man.
to see me?
Yeah, we happy to see
Well,
you,
just
man.
say that then, Bach. Bach can say that.
Well, he's not me.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Well, you happy to see me,
Yeah,
Black
I'm
Shirt.
a friend of 27 years. Always
Holy
happy to see you.
shit. Long, was it 27? Yeah,
Yeah.
27 now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you old.
You're
Just
old
want
too.
you to know that.
Just let you know you got more gray hair than me.
You look
all right, and you're
Yeah,
heavier than me.
Maybe
all
I said,
right?
maybe, well, you know, and I could beat you in knocker ball.
That's all right.
And you know what? I watched the race. Hold up.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. Me and Terrell, we went down, did a little hype video for the boys, right? And so we're out on the field, we're feeling ourselves. I'm like, Terrell's like, let's race. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So we're recording this whole thing. It's recorded. He wants to come from the goal line out. I'm like, nah, let's go from the 10 in. That's the goal line is the touchdown. That's who we're going. Okay. So my cousin's there, shout out to T-. He's there. And the guy that's, videoing us do our thing, he's there as well, which I think he's got it. So my cousin, he says, well, who's going to do it? He says, I'm going to do it. He goes, now, how do you start a race, Bob? Tell me how you start a race.
Well, it depends on.
No, me and
like
Terrell's about to race. No.
No.
It went over your head that time. Let me
Yeah.
slow back down. If at the beginning of the race, the guy with the gun says something, what does he say?
On
Go.
your mark.
Hold on. Go ahead. What do he say?
Oh, he said go. You
Oh,
go,
you don't know. What do he say, Terrell?
Run us to your mark.
Uh-huh.
Get set, go.
You know what he said? You know what my cousin said?
What did he say?
He said, and I won the first race, so we're 1-1.
It wasn't
He
the
said,
first
run.
race.
It was.
It wasn't.
He
the
said,
first
I got it on tape. Listen, he said, you know it wasn't the first race because you stopped.
God, you jumped.
He said, no, I didn't.
Man, you was.
Let me tell you what he said. He said, runners,
my
take your
God.
mark. Set, ready.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's go to me.
Yeah, after you say set.
He said, set, ready, go. I'm gone on ready.
You are ready, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't even
I'm a
move,
track
Bob.
guy. You did move.
I didn't even
You
move.
stopped running because
After
I got out on you.
No, Bob, that's
I
what
was
happened the
tired.
second time.
Oh.
Now,
I
ask
was
him about
tired.
the rematch we just did.
I was
that
tired.
wasn't even a rematch. Ask him about the second time.
I was tired.
How fast did I take off for you?
I was tired. You got me the second time, but I was tired. I ran all the way through because I knew it was a
Boy,
good
you
race.
got more excuses than a bad,
I beat you the first one.
bad child at school.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
No.
The first one you didn't even
No,
get out.
you jumped the gun. You
I
would have been
did not-
disqualified in
I
state.
did not.
You wouldn't even be able to run in
He
state.
said on your march, get set.
And he was
No,
already
he said on your
gone.
march,
He was in
get set.
when he was gone.
No,
Bob.
I got it on tape.
No, yeah.
Well,
I got it on
The
tape.
camera don't lie.
Yeah, and I got it.
Yeah, and I didn't move.
And I got it.
A track guy
You
don't
did-
move.
Now listen, Bach. If you watch this and he moved, then you know we won.
So let's get
right?
let's get
All
let's
right.
get a cap gun next time.
No, I ain't gonna get no cap gun.
Why?
Brother. No, we ain't gonna talk guns. Okay.
Okay.
What's wrong with these rappers right now?
Okay.
You want to be a rapper?
No,
AD, you want to be?
rest
It's
in
a
peace.
dangerous,
Okay,
it's a dangerous profession.
Yeah, rest in peace to the
Take
Takeoff from
Yeah.
the Amigos, man.
It's
was,
a dangerous profession.
accidentally shot. Well, it was a fighter. He was sitting. Actually, he was sitting by himself.
You don't know.
Yeah. It was
You
a
don't
couple
know.
there. They had a couple.
Doesn't matter. He got shot.
Well, he
killed.
stood up and got shot. That what happened. So
Well,
rest in peace to
by his
Offset.
own people, they say.
What's his name again? Takeoff.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he's the quiet one. He don't mess with nobody. No girlfriend. No babies.
when you put yourself in that environment, bullets have no names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I can get to a young athlete. When you put yourself in environments, you're guilty by association sometimes.
You're a great man.
You're guilty by association. And this is one of those things where, no, he didn't have anything to do with, he was with the entourage, but they're shooting dice. Stop it. We ain't on the corner no more. We don't have to do that. Guess where you can go if you got to shoot dice? In the house.
I got a table for us, too.
Yeah, man, I retired. Coach Osborne retired my career to shoot dice. So I don't even, it ain't even the same anymore for me. Anyway, Mickey Joseph, what's this Mickey Joseph to
Arizona State.
Yeah. What is this? What is this, Bob? What are you talking about?
Well, Husker Online reported it. It's basically contact between Mickey's agent and then the agency going looking for Arizona State, similar to what Nebraska's got going on. So it's a little bit of a leaked information, I suppose, but which kudos to Nebraska, because so far you haven't heard anything like this in Nebraska's search, but for Arizona State's search, it's certainly interesting. I mean, we kind of talked about it the other day when Auburn's job came open. I kind of thought about it real quick. I thought, I think Mickey could do well there. And I think people, eyes are kind of opening up altogether that if Nebraska's interested in Mickey, there's a reason. And don't get, too excited about, what he's done here at Nebraska. A lot of it still goes back to what he's done previously at LSU. What he was able to do to get the wide receivers down there. Then you see what Trey Palmer, the type of year he's having. I mean, I think the idea that we saw it the other day went down and got a recruit out of the boot. I think Mickey Joseph is starting to become more interesting, more intriguing to anybody that wants to bring in SEC type athletes, Southern athletes.
Well, listen, are you kidding me? That you don't lock up? If he goes anywhere else, anywhere, and has any success, we're going to be the laughingstock of football for I don't know how long.
We're already the laughingstock.
No, we're not. He's brought us back. We're not just getting. Listen, we're playing ball, man. That was the number 17. Who's Illinois play? Who they play?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, will somebody tell me who Illinois plays this week? I want to know.
My point was the Joe Burrow thing. I mean, that would, because what you were saying is if he goes and shines somewhere else, we'll get the laughing stock off for us. That kind of felt like the Joe Burrow situation all over again.
I'm just simply saying, you're exactly right. I'm just simply saying I don't think that we want to mess around and allow a Colorado or Arizona State or Georgia Tech or Auburn or guess what? There's going to be coaches going to get fired at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a ton of jobs open, right? So you really and truly want to tell me that you want to take a chance and lose out on Mickey Joseph? We just got a running back, right? He was Tulane commit. Boom, what does he do? Come to Nebraska. And I'm going to tell you, what he looks like to me? He looks like the guy we're getting ready to face this week. That guy. He looks
bowling ball.
Yeah, a little bowling ball. He looks just like that guy, big down at the bottom, can run, has great vision. And I think it'll be a great addition. The fact that Mickey's going about it like he's going to be there, that's what excites me. That's what lets me know how big of his heart is and his integrity for the alma mater that he used to play for. Mickey, put in some option. Go back, watch some of your old tapes, and see if we can't put some old Mickey Joseph options in the game. Terrell?
Well, yeah, they can.
Daydreaming and I'm thinking of you.
They can slip on them if they want to, man. That'll be a terrible loss for Nebraska. And you can see this guy's picking up steam in the recruiting and even just coaching the kids that he got. I mean, Nebraska got to realize that, for him to play with the kids that we have on his team, that we got to get better. They got to be developed. And Mickey's, you're not going to do it in 9 games. But, at the same time, he's proven that he got what it takes to develop players, and we have to give him a chance, I think, just to, have his own style of coaching, have his own style of people that he needs in the building, not just a hand-me-down team that he was handed to or that the role that he picked up in, and people don't understand that, and people don't understand how this goes. And I'm just reading over some stuff, and they got a commitment from an offensive lineman out of JUCO. He's from Hines, Mississippi. He's 6'5", around 300. They say he was 300, but now he's 265. And this guy started off at, I think, A&M somewhere, but he's from Mississippi. He's a former A&M lineman. He's a 4-star out of high school, but he switched to the offensive side in junior college, and we picked up a commit for him. So
I like that.
And and then you got the Weaver kid moving over. I think that was a big plus for. I think, and you know what? I don't even care if the coaches did it, but it's a big pat on the back to this young man for even doing it. I think he's stepping up. I think he's putting himself in a position where he see that the team is struggling at a position that maybe he can excel at. And for him being a just out of high school, and for him to go over there and say, "Coach, I want to go here," that's a big pat on the back, man. That's somebody you want to play with. That's a player you want on the team, like Tommy Hill, to go over to the other side of the ball and help this team out the best way they can. But you don't get players like that. Some players are selfish; they'll hit the transfer portal. But this young man is big enough and has the body to be a number one pick in the NFL draft. Just look at his size. He's 6'8", 6'7", 340 something pounds.
He can move.
And like I said yesterday, you get this kid a whole winter and work with his footwork. Give private. If he really wanted to do this, he'll take private lessons out the winter workout. He'll do his stuff on his own. He'll try to get in the playbook if he can, or just stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing this kid in spring and see how he develop over the winter and trying to get his body, for a line. He's already got the body, just probably the footwork. So Mickey's a great recruiter too, and the other kids he got coming in, the ones from Georgia, the ones from Louisiana, and these are three-star players. But let me tell you something, that's in the state of Georgia. Compared to Nebraska players, these are four-star.
Calm down.
Compared to other people, these are
Hey,
four-star
hey,
players.
Why you gotta be smacking us,
saying,
man? Why you
I'm
gotta
not
be
smacking
hitting people
you.
I let you talk that whole time, and here you are. You can hitting people with garbage cans.
No, man.
Stop hitting people with garbage cans. I'm sitting next to you. I'm from Nebraska.
But for us, these kids, I'm saying this for us, these kids are 3 stars, but they're 4 stars to us.
They might be 5 stars,
yeah,
depending on the stars. But
it's just the type of players he's bringing in and trying to change the culture around here. There's a lot to work with, and then just having these so-called other fanboys that disagree with him and don't want to support him. I think it's shame on them, because you need to support anybody that's trying to be a coach at the University of Nebraska. And I'm not going to say just because he's a former player. No, just because he's a great coach. So
yeah, take the player part out.
I'm taking the player part out, and I'm putting the coach part in. And the part to see the part I see is that my friend, that the losses do hurt him. It has a lot it puts a lot on him. But I know at the same time, if he get the players he wants, Nebraska will start winning in a year or two.
Sheesh. Hey, dude, he's in his diary, isn't he?
I'm just telling the truth, man.
I mean,
people can say what they want to say, man. But if you know football and you know good coaches and you see how the changes coming along, why mess with something that's really not broke? Just let them fix it. We don't need you to fix it, the fans to fix it. We just need Trev to sign off on whatever we need to do so we can get this train started and get Nebraska back to where they want to be. I mean, he will run the ball. I mean, right now we're dealing with Whipple and they signed Whipple to call the offense, and that's what you do. I mean, as a head coach, he's learning on the fly. Maybe he should step in more, but at the same time, he's trying to let Whipple, probably like me, I would trust Whipple long enough to say, hey, we need to do something different. But, that's Whipple. He's a ACC type of guy, and that league is not a running league. That's a passing league, and he had Kenny Puckett last year, who's a great passer. So, he's it's a lot of stuff that goes on that people need to understand about this process and what Mickey brings to the table.
Well, I think you get a chance to let Mickey get his own people in there, the people that he wants around him, the coaches.
Yeah, and this will be a whole new different staff. I guarantee you that. I mean, from the bottom part to the inside part. I mean, I think we can use I'm not trying to call anybody up.
Stop with your diary. Stop with your diary. Stop telling everybody everything.
Okay.
What was you gonna say though?
I'm done. But I just think it's certain things we need to focus on during the off season with changes. We need to get our strength and conditioning players. We need to get that program back on track. I think these players started off sluggish. They're playing great now. If they had this energy they got right now at the beginning of the season, this would be a different story. Not just saying with Scott Frost, probably with Mickey Joseph, but let's give him a chance to start his season off right, not just come in the middle and take over that kind of show,
Yeah, I just think the philosophy has to change. I think the way we think about football has to change in Nebraska. I mean, I get it if you got to pass an offense, but you got to know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? If I come to Nebraska and you're coming from the South, I'm going to tell you, you probably want to bundle up, okay? Because you can take off. You can't put on what you ain't got, Bot. But if you got a whole bunch of layers on, you can take it off if it gets hot on you. But if you don't have it, listen, man, you're in trouble, especially here in the wintertime.
Well, I think athletes, they know, it shouldn't bother them, man. Athletes, once you get to going on that field and you realize that, you're too hot, you're going to take that stuff off anyway.
That went right over your head, didn't it?
What's the
What I just said.
About the South kids.
No, about the taking the stuff off.
He's not literally talking about clothes.
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah. I'm saying, to your point, Terrell, the being prepared, basically, for the job at hand is what you're basically saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Mickey does a great job of preparing. No, you're exactly right. He does a great job of preparing them.
Mickey's a SEC coach, so in the SEC they run too, mostly like the Big Ten. So I would figure he would run the ball. Just he wouldn't pass it more than he run it. I think it'll be evenly out. I mean, this is just, you got to understand, this is Whipple. So count him out. Then you give Mickey a chance to bring his people in, and I guarantee you he'll run the ball. He's not just getting these great running backs we getting for nothing. We just signed a 5'10", 225-pound bowling ball. He plans on running it.
Knocking over.
He plans on running it. He's getting linemen. I mean, you just got to get this guy a chance, man. And this is what I hate about, college football and the where you're at in life. People just don't want to give you a chance.
Let me ask you guys something. Who's going to be the starting quarterback? Don't say anything. Chicken sandwiches from Wingstop, and we'll let Bach talk a little bit more. And Terrell may let me talk it out of his diary. But get down here now, chicken sandwiches. We're going to figure out a question of the day. We got 4 $25 gift cards to give away. We are at Wingstop on 50th and O Street. If you want to come in, come hang out with us. It's the captain. I'm with
the black shirt.
And
Jay Coven.
We'll be right back.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 50th and O Street for Husker Sports Talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 50th and O Street, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Join us on Fridays from 2 to 6 on the rooftop at Barry's as we get you ready for Saturday's game on the block with Eric Strickland and Nate Brennan, followed by Old School with Jay Foreman and DP this Friday from 2 to 6 at Barry's on 9th and Q.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Chances are you haven't started thinking about holiday shopping yet. Chances are your holidays will be much less stressful if you could do all of that shopping in one place. Chances are you can have all that shopping done today with the help of Beatrice Bakery. Pick up Grandma's fruitcakes in sizes all the way up to 5 pounds, and you can sit back and relax this year. Order now at BeatriceBakery.com or buy them here in Lincoln at the From Nebraska gift shop at 8th and Q. Beatrice Bakery, welcome to our world of yum.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. For November, they have tons of fall seasonals, and you can check out their Oscar Blues, Nebraska Brewing Company, and Broken Bat Brewing Company selections as their beers of the month. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set up delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Warm and windy here for your Wednesday. We could see near record warmth as we'll see a high of 79. South winds could gust 35 to 40. A few passing clouds this afternoon, a few lingering clouds tonight, a low down to 58. We'll see a high tomorrow of 75 with a chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's Postgame Show and the Final Word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's Postgame Show and the Final Word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money, but like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back with Rashawn Jackson. Sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. We are back at Wingstop. It's the Captain Show on The Ticket, 93.7 The Ticket, that is. Can't wait till the new move is going down.
Yeah.
What is Jake going to do? He's like a dinosaur. He don't even want to leave, do you? You don't want to leave, do you, Jake? You want to stay at the old office, huh, Jake? You've been through that office for 15 years, Jake. Sorry.
11 years. 11.
Whatever. Anyway, what was we talking about? Mickey Joseph?
Yep.
Going to Arizona State?
Yeah, possibly.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think Trevor let him go. I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as it plays out. The timing is getting interesting. You almost got to make a decision. I don't think you can let Mickey just kind of. You can't let him run the season out and then decide. It's gonna be too late by then.
Now what you say reigns true.
Yeah.
You keep messing around. You let a guy go to TCU, Max Dugan. They're undefeated still.
Yep.
Where are they ranked?
7, 8.
Y'all stop it. We had an opportunity. Listen, who's the? It was another kid that we just let get away. I got this in my email in my box. We just let this kid get away, and he was something newcomer of the week. DJ Wilson. You remember a name like that? Yeah.
A basketball player.
No. This is a football player. There's a kid that was. I don't know where he went to, but he was that player, of the week, and we pulled his scholarship. You don't remember that? Oh, Bach. I thought you were a computer trip.
Not quite.
Montana Husker asked this: what will be the downside to hiring Mickey on a short contract to say, 3 years? He can recruit and fill the cupboards, and then reevaluate on-field performance for a longer contract. I like that.
I think that's somewhat disrespectful to Mickey. I don't think you can do this trial, hang out, see if it gets better. Everybody, this is college football. This is major business. If you're committed, if I'm Trev, I got to trust in you. I can't we'll see how it goes. Trev's legacy relies on this.
Yeah, you got a point.
You can't. I think it's disrespectful to Mickey too. You think Arizona State's going? Yeah, we'll see.
We'll give you a 3-year trial run, and then
no. This is big business. This is college football. You can try to outthink the room. You can try to go off the wall. That stuff usually doesn't work out. And Nebraska's got the money. If they're going to fire Scott Frost 3 weeks before they needed to save not save $7.5 million. That would just look cheap on Nebraska's part. I don't think you want that either.
Well, so give them the money.
Give them the money.
Checkbook.
That's right.
Okay, 6-1. Who's on top of your list, Bob?
Well, I think you guys. I've been telling you about this Brett Bielema guy. I think you saw that worked out. He's pretty good Big Ten coach.
Stop with the shenanigans. Brett's not leaving Illinois, man.
I don't think so. I don't think he is. I don't think Urban Meyer's coming to town. But those are two guys that I've said for the whole time.
They're out now. Who you
Give
got?
them a call.
They're out now. Who you got?
Well, I think Mickey's got. I mean, the deal is with this is a lot of times there's not one good answer, right? There's several. So you're not. It's not just like one guy or the other.
Who's number one?
You just took my number one guy.
You can't go, Brett. He's not leaving Illinois. That's not logical. To think that they're going to. First of all,
I give a call.
Why would they let him leave after what he just did? Why would he come to Nebraska, a team in the Big Ten? I mean, that's disrespectful. For him to come from Illinois, have that ever happened?
Well, he did.
You all right? Mm-hmm. You coughed up a golf ball.
Coaches could be disrespectful, though. I mean, we saw Lincoln Riley. Oklahoma didn't like the way he left. Brett Bielema, actually, Wisconsin did not like the way he left.
He didn't go to a team in the Big 12.
No, he didn't, but they didn't like that.
So what makes you think that a coach is going to make a lateral move to a team in the Big 12?
Money. That's what I'd open up.
Bruh, you going to give him $10 million?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know how smart that is. I don't know.
Did you watch the game Saturday?
Of course.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but
Illinois.
I'm not getting ready to say that. Illinois, first of all, let's just back up. Who was Illinois' coach before he took over?
Now the Houston Texans head coach, Lovie Smith.
Thank you. Lovie Smith had a bunch of true freshmen that pushed us to the limit.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Us.
Those same true freshmen that he had are now those 6-year seniors.
Yeah, Lovie recruited some of those guys.
I'll be curious to see what Brett's going to do next year. When you got to find a quarterback. You got to find a running back. You got to find receivers. It's a little bit different ball game in that situation.
But this is Illinois we're talking about, a team that has been irrelevant since 2007.
Lovie Smith just recruited dogs to Illinois. That's what I'm telling you.
He didn't get that
he didn't even get a chance to see him all the way through.
Bielema's got a JUCO offensive lineman on there that recruited now that's probably going to be a 1-year NFL draft pick.
One guy?
I think 2.
Okay, 2 guys out of the 22 starters. And maybe more. My point is Lovie Smith recruited this football team. Not that Brett hasn't done a good job. I'm not giving him that. But, bruh, the game that I watched must have not been the game. Did you watch the game? Did they dominate us?
They did exactly what they needed to do. They
didn't dominate us, though.
Their goal is not to beat you 45-3. Their goal is to play their ball game. They grinded it out in the second half. Get the win, not be too, they could have went for touchdowns. Instead, they went for field goals because they relied on their defense.
What do you mean they could have?
They trusted in their defense.
Why do you think they could have went for touchdowns and they went for 3?
Well, the prime example was when they were up 11. They basically could have put the game away. You put it into 3 possessions. As far as you want to do the math, the analytics, something like that. I think it was toward the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter. They were up 11, 4th and 1 at like the 30, whatever. You got Chase Brown. You got the nation's leading rusher and a defense.
Who really didn't get a lot.
Right. But, I mean, if you want 1 yard, a lot of coaches there, especially modern day, would say, let's go for the win. Let's get 1 yard. Let's keep this drive moving. Brett relied on his defense. Said, let's kick the field goal. They're not scoring 14 on us. That's all he needed.
To me, he played smart football. Anything could have happened. And you take points. You put the points up. When you have an opportunity to get 3, you get them. It's just like what we did. We went 3. We went 2 straight passes or whatever we did, and then we throw the pick in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
We did that twice. Well, if that's 6 points, I don't. Was it enough to win? No, but at least it makes the game look better.
Yeah.
You know, let's say we left 9 points out on that field. Okay, now it scores 26-15, and I'm just going off of. And then we put the ball on the ground. So we gave the ball to Illinois 4 times. That's hard to overcome. I don't care what you do. And you only get beat 26-9. Now, you got dominated when your quarterback went down. So you better figure out a way that we can get our 2 backups going, which given 50% of the reps, I think that's a good thing. I think you've got your Logan Smothers package and you have your Trevor Purdy, or isn't it Trevor Purdy?
Chubba Purdy,
Yeah, Chubba Purdy package.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to make a lot of strides because Minnesota, it's not the Illinois defense, but it's a pretty darn good Big Ten defense. And I know that we probably didn't get a fair look at Chubba Purdy, but that's why I think you almost have to adjust this coaching staff and Whipple's thoughts about trying to score 30 in this game. I think you got to play ball control, quite frankly, it's playing right into Minnesota's hands because that's what they want to do. They want to play Big Ten ball control, field goals, all that stuff. But I think that's all Nebraska's their only option if you don't have Casey this week.
Well,
yeah, but one thing, what has to happen is that the offense can't put the defense in a bad predicament and put them in bad field position.
Exactly.
And that's one thing we can't do. We can't keep starting from the inside the 30, 29, 25-yard line. You know, if they can, if we can't, don't force a lot of stuff where we end up throwing interceptions. If we got to punt, let's punt. Because I think the defense is playing well enough to hold them if they're facing more, if they have to go 80 yards or more. Just 80 yards or less, not just putting them on the other side of the 50. I think that's bad position for the defense. And our defense is not great enough to withstand the turnovers after turnovers and then just keep putting them in bad predicaments and positions.
I agree. 6153 says Mickey is not getting the job unless he wins more games. You can hope all you want, but that's the cold, hard truth.
And that's what gets interesting, too, especially if Casey Thompson is out for an extended period of time. Are you really going to hope you're really going to decide the future of your program based on Casey Thompson not being available? I think you got to think smarter than that. You got to think, larger than that. At some point, I would agree with that statement. But at this point, there's only so much you could do if you're Mickey Joseph. If you don't have an offensive line, you don't have your starting quarterback. It's a lot to ask to get a bowl game at this point.
Did y'all watch Mickey's press conference?
Yeah.
So that reporter asked the question again. And Mickey asked him the question. You got to repeat it twice because we got to make sure we know what you're saying.
He told me he's got to go to those classes.
Yeah,
he's got classes he's got to take now, I guess.
That was a good one, though.
But it was good to see Mickey in good spirits about it. It's not holding it up against up against the young reporter. And it's just a learning process for everybody involved.
There it is right there. I told you, man. Hey, listen, the text line is undefeated. Captain's Country is undefeated, man. Trey N says this. Went to NC State, MJ Morris.
Okay,
Look him up, MJ Morris. I think Scott and the boys pulled his scholarship. Didn't think he was good enough to play here at that point. And check him out. What position?
Quarterback.
What else? Quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh.
20 of 29, 265 yards and 3 touchdowns against Virginia Tech in the comeback win for the Wolfpack. And he's starting in place of Devin Leary, who's out.
Oh, that's a backup, right?
That's a backup.
Okay, that's a backup coming into the game, balling. The same guy who a different set of eyeballs looked at his tape and said, he's not good enough. You were good enough, but now you're not good enough. Let me get your scholarship. Come on, man. It's all about the eyeballs. It's all about the head coach. And if the head coach ain't on point, if the head coach don't know how to carry himself, if the head coach don't know what he's looking at as far as talent, if the head coach can't develop talent, if the head coach doesn't know that you got to tackle that practice, what you think the rest of the coach is going to do? Defy the head coach? If the head coach thinks it's smart to play music, rap music, where people are getting killed all the time over that type of rap music, if you think that that's good at practice, what do you think the assistant coaches are going to do? Tell him no?
Especially all the guys that he brought along with him. He got him this job. So
There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's a reason. See, this is my girl right here, man. She hooked me up, man. Listen, this is my girl right here. Give me some. I'm glad you back. Huh?
Refill?
Yes, ma'am. Orange, high C orange. See how they treat me?
Oh, yeah.
Look at
there
that.
you go. Look at that.
Chicken, ma'am. Yeah, a little bit more ice. Chicken sandwich from Wingstop. It's when you be nice to people, they be nice back. I bought that for you.
Yeah, right.
I got that for you.
What kind is it?
Merry Christmas. It's hot, like you like it.
Is it?
Hey, chicken sandwiches is on deck. We got high C orange soda on deck. 11 o'clock. Bach is here. Terrell's here. We can't let Mickey Joseph go. Oh, Sorensen's here too. Listen, we can't. We got to find a way to keep Mickey, y'all. I'm just saying. We'll be right back. It's Captain on the ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Nebraska fans, Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Lose fat, build muscle, gain endurance. Whatever your goal, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help you achieve it. Farrell's offers group fitness for all levels in a fun, welcoming environment. Their proven method combines kickboxing, cardio, and strength training to get you in the best shape of your life. You've heard all about their 10-week challenges, but you can join as a member anytime. Head to fxbeatlincoln.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or just south of 78th and Pioneers.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton. You'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is Todd Riley with American Senior Benefits. If you qualify for Medicare, then you're probably getting bombarded with information right now about different options during the annual election period. It can all be incredibly overwhelming. We're here to help. The experts at American Senior Benefits can help you navigate all of your options and make the best decision for you. You can reach out via our Facebook page, American Senior Benefits Lincoln, or call me directly at 402-413-9510. Let us help you make an informed decision at American Senior Benefits.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
These two dudes is on their phone. Y'all about to get fired on air. You ain't got no knowledge, no nothing, and study on your phone. You're late back, coming back. What is wrong with y'all?
We're just making up for the time you missed last week.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I just fire y'all for today and get Jake over there? He ain't doing nothing.
As long as you let me get some Wingstop before I leave, I'll send me home early.
No chicken either.
Yeah.
There would be no chicken.
That's like a paid vacation right there.
No chicken from Wingstop. Anyway, this Minnesota football team is a tough football team. It's not going to be easy to beat them. They're not going to come in here and lay down. They're going to come in here and try to put their will on us, and they're going to try to hit us in the mouth. They're going to run the ball. They're going to make an effort to run the ball. They're going to pass the ball. The thing I saw about them, though, is when they do pass the ball, they pass the ball in short passes. They want to get the ball into the receiver's hands as quick as possible. So there ain't going to be no him back there all day. Now, if he is, we got an opportunity to go sack him. But he's going to try to get the ball out of his hand within 2 or 3 seconds. It's not going to be a thing where he's going to hold the ball and try to throw the ball down the field. That's not going to happen. So I hope that we got a game plan that understands the mission, that understands who Minnesota is as a football team. I hope we've watched plenty of games to know what their tendencies are, because I think Illinois had our number. Not as well as Purdue, but they had our number. So I would like to see us come out and really be prepared and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think this Minnesota, again, it kind of goes back to the grind of the Big Ten. This is a team that, as you mentioned, not going to sling the ball all over the field. They average less than 200 passing yards a game. That's, in the 105th nationally, actually, with 198. Another good kind of note to bring up on their defense. So their defense is stellar. It's 7th in total defense in the nation, 4th in scoring defense, allowing only 14.4 points per game. And for Nebraska, if they don't have Casey Thompson, I think it's going to be tough to get too much more than that. But as far as sacks, and that's a big problem for Nebraska, Minnesota 120th this year in sacks. So their defense is good, but it doesn't necessarily apply the pressure to your quarterback as much. And, that's great news for Nebraska. The bad offensive line, obviously a struggling offensive line, I should say, and a quarterback situation that whether you start Casey or not, man, or if they do, we're all going to be holding our breath the whole game.
Yeah.
I think what we need is we need to light switch on offense, but we don't need to switch to go off on defense. So we need both of them to play, 4 quarters again. We need the offense to not come out flat, and we need the defense to play strong defense and don't let them break the plays that they've been breaking, and continue the path to getting better every week. I think the defenses have shown that, but at the same time, we need the offense to pick it up at the same time for us to be successful to beat this team. We just can't play 2 quarters on, 2 quarters off. We need to play all 4 quarters on this week.
Yeah, big shout out to Nelson. I think he was the player of the game defensively. I think he was the player of the game, period. If you had to pick one, he would be my guy. I mean, he had a sack in that game, and his motor didn't stop running.
Well, yeah, like you said, that man motor been running all season, and I don't think anybody on the defense has played better than him or even equal to his play. he's going out there and he's like a one-man show, getting sacks, getting tackles for loss, and he's doing this by himself, one-on-one with guys. And we need to just get other players that can be role players and take the one-on-ones and beat their man. And Quinn Newsom had a great play, a couple of plays on the tight end. I mean the wide receiver screen. He beat his man to the ball. That was an excellent play. That's playing great defense and
knowing what you're doing. We saw that on film.
Yeah, and that was a great play. Just knowing where to be at. He seen the guy come, try to pick him or do something. And he, ran through the guy. So that's how you play it. We need every guy to play like that. Even the interior linemen. We just need more pressure and more consistent play and hope. Just stop the run.
Do you believe that we've gotten better since Mickey has taken over?
Certainly more consistent, and I think that's a big part of better. So yeah, I mean, I think so. At the same time, it is hard. You have to remember that Scott Frost's tenure here was not littered with blowout losses. It's not like I don't think he ever lost the team per se. But so a lot of these losses that
you don't remember the Colorado game. You don't remember the Michigan game.
No, I remember a few blowout losses.
State. There was some few, wasn't it?
Yeah, but especially in the last couple of years, these are close losses. And I'm far from to be anybody to defend Scott Frost. I was calling for his head a little bit earlier than it happened.
You lost to Northwestern, who hasn't won a game. You lost to Northwestern,
right?
Who hasn't won a game
since then? Yeah.
Who is the worst team in the FBS?
Northwestern could be right up there. Yeah.
What do you mean could be? Is there any teams that only won one game?
Colorado could be that team.
Can we look that up?
Well, Colorado's won one game too.
Who's the worst team in FBS?
In Power 5 or FBS?
If you want to go Power 5, go Power 5. And then we go FBS.
Northwestern?
I would tell you, it doesn't matter if it's FBS or Power 5. Northwestern's going to be at the bottom of the barrel, sir. Guaranteed. There's no way they can't be. They only won one game. There's no way it can be anything other than that. Let's get to some of these text messages. Okay. Like I said, appreciate that, Trey. I really appreciate that big time. Terry says this. Why would he take a 3-year deal if he could get 5 years at Auburn or Arizona State?
I don't know if he's going to get 5 years at Auburn, but Arizona State possibly.
I mean, that's usually the deal is 5, right?
Right, yeah.
So why wouldn't he get a 5-year?
He should get a 5-year.
He should get a 5-year deal like everybody else. We should give him 5-year. We should allow him to do what he's going to do. I'm telling you, if you don't hire Mickey and he goes somewhere else and he has success, it is going to be a stain on our university. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Texas Jeremy says this. Lovey got them there and couldn't do anything with them. I agree with that. Brett knows how to maximize the talent. I agree with that too. Imagine what he could do with our talented recruits that we can't seem to get anything out of them.
No, Lovey was a defensive guy. He didn't have the right coordinator for him to utilize these kids. He's a defensive guru. So, he didn't have the right coordinator, and that's probably one of the reasons why he got fired, because he couldn't get the offense going like he had defense going. I mean, they had some great athletes on defense, but they just couldn't muster it together on offense.
Well, it was kind of this problem, that problem, then went from one year to next with Lovey. But again, it's been a long time. And, Brett Bielema might be out of range now for Nebraska. But again, I've been saying this for a while. So now that he's got this team in the top 16, yeah, but, I just forever. I mean, he's a 3-time Big Ten champ. I don't know why it wouldn't make sense to bring him back at a Big Ten school. But, teams have overlooked him the last couple of years. He was there with the Patriots linebacker coach. And, now that he's got his opportunities, he's run with it. I wouldn't say, what he's doing is just with Lovey's players to give all the credit to Lovey. Lovey couldn't get it done. I want to see it's even more impressive that he's able to do that in 2 years. Wait till he gets his players in there. I think this is going to continue to be a good run for Illinois with Brett Bielema there.
Well, but check this out. Here's the thing. This guy played at Iowa. Now, what if the guy from Iowa get fired? And he coached at Wisconsin before that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the ups on him before we do, and I think Wisconsin, I think he's probably be thinking like, hey, that's, if not Iowa.
I forgot Wisconsin is open.
Yeah. So, that's big wish list
He
right
did
there.
not. He did not leave Wisconsin in the best terms. I don't know if they'd go back to. They're probably going with Jim Leonard, but certainly if Iowa ever comes open, Brett Bielema's going to be near the top of their boards.
Oh, man. Mr. Unlimited, John and Cortland, 6153, yours or more, right after this break. It's the captain on the ticket. Live from Wingstop.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Todd Riley with American Senior Benefits. If you qualify for Medicare, then you're probably getting bombarded with information right now about different options during the annual election period. It can all be incredibly overwhelming. We're here to help. The experts at American Senior Benefits can help you navigate all of your options and make the best decision for you. You can reach out via our Facebook page, American Senior Benefits Lincoln, or call me directly at 402-413-9510. Let us help you make an informed decision at American Senior Benefits.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Nebraska fans, Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer two of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Bagels & Joe has a brand new location in Seward and it's open for business. Get ready for the fall with pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cream cheese, and a pumpkin pie smoothie. Don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches, and grab a business box of bagels for the work crew. Bagels & Joe with 4 Lincoln locations and now in Seward.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Warm and windy here for your Wednesday. We could see near record warmth as we'll see a high of 79. South winds could gust 35 to 40. A few passing clouds this afternoon, a few lingering clouds tonight, a low down to 58. We'll see a high tomorrow of 75 with a chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton. You'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by Wingstop. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
What you did that for? What is that for?
What?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Who did it?
Sounds good.
Who did it? Who's the culprit?
Who put that in? Yeah, either
put
Nick
it
or
in.
Rico. I'm not sure.
Nick or Rico? You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Let's ask Rico. Rico,
Yep.
who did the oh yeah?
I believe Mark made your open.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, Mark. Now that's who did it, Terrell. You got
That
something
beat
to say
sounds
about
like
it? Talk to Mark.
That beat sounds like just Eddie Murphy though.
You got
My
something?
girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. It starts to come out with something like that. Yeah, that was a good song. Play it for me, Rico. Eddie Murphy, party all the time.
I used to have it in there.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy.
But let's talk Minnesota offense or defense again. Actually, you guys don't know nothing about defense. I better talk offense.
I think he knows a little bit about defense.
He don't know nothing about no defense.
He just wish I didn't know anything.
Well,
about
what's
defense.
the problem with our linebackers?
I mean,
Because they don't seem to make very many plays. If you look at the,
you
want
my honest opinion,
yeah,
or do you want my football opinion?
I want both.
Well,
which one you want to give me first?
My honest opinion,
yeah,
is that they're not fast. They're tacklers, but they only make the tackles down the field. I'm not saying who. I mean, I wouldn't say it's. I don't know if it's Coach Rudd or the players he got, but we just don't have the right. We don't have the linebackers that Nebraska used to having, the fast ones who can get sacks, who can make interceptions. No, I'm used to linebackers like me, myself, like Eric Johnson, DeMario Williams, the Barrett Rudds, the Levante David. I mean, where are those guys at? I mean, we have to recruit better. I mean, if we want to win, our linebacker play, I don't think they have one sack this year. If probably not. So I'm not used to Nebraska linebackers playing this poor or reaction time. You know, I know that, you know, me just watching the plays, how the back got out the backfield just so easily. You know, that's just amazing to me because linebackers have to be on the same page. And, you know, it's just thinking back with me and Jamel and John Hess or Jay Foreman, whoever you want to put out there with us. I mean, you got to know your job. And right now, they don't look coachable. You know, they don't look like they've been coached right, or they don't fit the mode of what Nebraska linebackers are supposed to be.
Okay. So which answer was that?
They're not fast enough. I mean,
so you just saying it's a purely talent thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're talented enough. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, they're good.
They haven't been developed.
They haven't been developed. I mean, they're not playing to their potential. I mean, I don't care if you had 100 tackles, but where did you have them 100 tackles at? Did you have them 20 yards down the field, 10 yards down the field, or did you have them on the other side of the field? Did you have them in their backfield, or did you have it for 1 yard tackles or 2 yard tackles? But I don't care. I mean, the thing is, we need great linebackers. If you want to get this team to roll and get great linebackers and great linemen, your DBs are okay enough to play man to hold the receiver. So we need just to get better up in our front seven.
This isn't just a 1 year problem either. Who guys do you think is the last Nebraska linebacker drafted?
Levante David.
You're not wrong. 2012.
Damn.
They've been in the Big Ten basically this whole time without an NFL linebacker. Now, there's been some guys, Rose Ivy I thought was pretty solid. I mean, they've had some solid linebackers, but they haven't had the guys that you're talking about. I mean, the difference makers. And in the Big Ten, you don't have one guy. That's a tough conference. Yeah. If you're not going to have any linebackers getting drafted, that's a tough conference to build a good defense.
So let me give you a $5 million question. Why wasn't Scott Frost able to find a linebacker that you guys are talking about in 5 years and $5 million a year?
I don't think they put. I don't. And that's the $1 million question right there because he didn't.
We're the University of Nebraska. You don't think that we could have got a pretty good line? Oh no. We had a couple good linebackers get in the transfer portal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure we understand that when you recruit these kids, you got to keep them at home. You can't recruit them and let them go.
Avery Roberts was just great at Oregon State.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Avery Roberts. Did he get drafted?
I'm not sure if he got drafted. I'll double check. But he was among the nation's leader in tackling every year.
So that's what I'm saying. We just got to do a better job. You can't go 5 years and not get a stud at linebacker.
Yeah,
or 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. Definitely one though. You got to have one guy in the shoe.
At least somebody accidentally.
Well, that's what I'm just saying that's a tackling machine.
Yeah.
You see these guys all the time. But again, when you don't develop, most linebackers, they don't come as true freshmen. Give me a true freshman linebacker that started besides Ray Lewis. And I don't even know if he started. Give me one. Text line's open. Give me one. Come on, Jake. You're pretty smart. Give me a matter of fact, $25 gift card. If you can tell me the last linebacker to start as a true freshman that was a baller.
For Nebraska?
For any school.
Probably Will Anderson.
Yeah, that's a baller. Like that balled out.
Will Anderson.
From where?
Alabama.
What year?
He's still playing.
He played as a true freshman?
Yeah.
Started?
Yeah.
Perfect. He had Alabama. That lets you know what it is then.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's up
great at Alabama.
But he's like the number 2.
But that's an anomaly, though,
I
is what
think
I'm saying.
Dedrick Young might have. Did Dedrick Young, you remember that? I think he might have started eventually as a freshman. But
well, I'm just simply saying, started the season off as a true freshman, starting at the middle linebacker. If it is him, hats off to him. But that's one in every.
Very rare, yeah.
Come on, man. That's rare. So linebackers have to be made. You got to make linebackers. You got to make somebody want to go in there and blast a tight end or a fullback. You know what I mean? You got to make these guys. I'm watching Terrell. I was watching, I don't remember what game, K-State, somebody. And whatever that game you got, the Texas Tech game. There is guys out there that was trying to block Terrell, and he was like moving in the matrix. They couldn't block him. So either you got to get a guy that will go through blocks or a guy that you can't block in order to be successful. And we've got to be able to recruit a linebacker. We've got to. Banderas, somebody said BJ Aurora said Banderas. Did Banderas start as a true freshman? No, Bando didn't start as a true freshman.
I mean, he did play young. I don't think he started as a freshman. We'd have to look at it. They might be right.
Yeah, well, check Banderas. I don't think Bando started as a true freshman. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't think he started as a true freshman. But you get where I'm going with this thing. Most linebackers have to be tried by fire, and then you see that they're ballers. But you don't throw a high school linebacker, middle backer at that, and say, "Hey, I want you to go make plays."
Yeah, I don't think we had a. It's been years since I've seen a great group of linebackers. That Nebraska, and I'm willing to say that because I watched the game, I watched replays, I watch linebackers, especially because I play the position. And that's the first thing I look at when Nebraska comes on the field, how the linebackers are lined up. Are they making the key plays? Are they first step, lateral or side? Just little things like that you have to watch, because that, it's just that's my position that I like to know. I just like to see how they're doing. And I haven't seen that fire in any guy out there besides, Reimer. He plays hard, but I still think we need better.
Let me say this: with Scott's 4 years, because I want to make sure I touch on this. When Scott's 4 years, it's not like we got to go out and fish for players. There's players that are being sent to Nebraska from all of these different alumni, from all the different people that's ever been associated with Nebraska football. So even in the Scott Frost tenure, he was getting guys sent in his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Mickey Joseph, not only is he going to get guys sent, but they're going to be hand delivering, and the best of the best is going to come to this school. You do not want that to get away and go to Georgia Tech. Again, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I don't think you want to see Mickey at another school and him be successful. At least I don't.
Yeah.
There is a possibility because of his, and I know you guys hate this, but it is what it's out there, and has held coaches back before, the lack of experience as a head coach, right? I think there is a possibility this could play out similar to Bo Pelini, where you pass on him, maybe you should have hired him at the time. He goes and does well, and then you come calling him back. I hope that's possible, because I hope that Mickey isn't offended if he doesn't get this job, but rather, kind of thankful for the opportunity, because this has highlighted him to a point where Nebraska gave him this opportunity that they're interested.
Give me another coach on that staff could have did what Mickey did.
On this Nebraska staff?
That's right.
I'm not sure if there's a guy on this Nebraska staff, but I will say, I mean, it's not like Mickey Joseph's the only one in football that could have turned this around.
We're not talking football. We're talking you fired your head coach during the season. At that point, you got to have somebody to replace him. When you go up and down that coaching staff, did we really think that they're going to replace him with Shenander?
No.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Nate says Coach Becton. How much head coaching, you know what I mean? I don't know how much. I haven't really did a lot of history on Coach Becton to say he could or he couldn't. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, someone who took this team where I'm proud to go to the games. I'm not leaving the games. Whereas before, it's so many different things that I saw, and I still didn't leave the games, but there was things that I saw on the football field. I'm like, what? Make it make sense to me. Make an onside kick up 11 make sense to me. Did you see Brett Book? You said he was up 11, wasn't he?
Bielema, yep.
Did you see him try onside kick?
I didn't see that, no.
No, because smart coaches don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't onside kick and take the – could you imagine him onside kicking us getting the ball at the 50 in the second half? That's his opening deal, an onside kick. It just would not fly.
Well, and to your point too, Mickey Joseph wasn't picked out of a hat. Mickey Joseph was selected when he was hired here to be the assistant head coach, basically to be the backup plan if Scott Frost went down. And it's, Nebraska wouldn't be the only ones to do this. Mickey Joseph has risen. He's one of the top wide receiver coaches in the nation. He's got two of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He won a championship at LSU. All this stuff. It's not just like kind of random that Mickey Joseph's in this position. So, but I am saying, that Nebraska did give him this opportunity and almost set up what I've kind of described. It's kind of worth this shot. But even this Scott Frost thing to that onside kick, I think Scott Frost felt lost with this whole plan. Like he needed to be part of the reason why they were winning, not just kind of stand back and be the CEO role. That's why this whole plan doesn't make too much sense to begin with, but it does give Mickey Joseph the opportunity. And interestingly enough, if Mickey Joseph takes on the head coaching job, he's going to be in a CEO role. I don't think he's going to be play calling or anything. I mean, he's going to be kind of recruiting focused CEO role. And that's going to go into what Trev's decision, your personal decision about what you want out of a head coach as well is, where is their strength? Hey, recruiting's not a bad strength to me.
And I think Whipple respects Mickey, but I don't know necessarily because Whipple wasn't Mickey's hire if he respects his decision to run the ball, because we haven't saw it. And in order to see that, he's got to change the way he plays. You can't call the game as you would call it if you were somewhere else. You're at the University of Nebraska. You got to call the game the way that the University of Nebraska can win. We got to use the stuff that actually works on our deal. Well, if Illinois is Lovie Smith's team, then we better hire Lovie. I don't think so. Okay, Lovie doesn't do a good job of development. Same thing.
Yeah.
He can get the guys. Listen, being a head coach, you got to play. It's a tight wire because you deal with everybody. You got to make sure the development of your team, coaches, outside players is intact. That's what a head coach does. He is responsible for the entire team, not just one part of the team. So we would have the same problem again, a lot of talent, but no development. I agree with that. Not looking for Lovie Smith to come here. I think Lovie Smith's a good coach. I think he's an NFL coach. I don't think he's a college coach. John and Cortland said, Gophers Mike is a flat-out dog. He will be everywhere. I think he's talking about their Mike linebacker. Have you seen him play?
Yeah, he's good. They all have hyphenated names. There's like a lot of hyphenated names on this Minnesota team, but I know he's talking about. Looking it up real quick here. Sorry, Martin.
Yeah.
Marin he's been a player for a few years here in the Big Ten. He's a senior. He's good. 6'3", 245.
6-year senior.
He'll be all over the field. I think I don't know. He might be. Minnesota's littered with those guys too.
25-year-old linebacker.
Bruh. See, that's what you want. How big is he?
Why are these kids?
6'3", 245.
Who do we have 6'3", 245? Playing linebacker.
Huh?
Which one of our linebackers is 6'3", 245?
Now one of them.
That's my point.
Yeah.
We got to get these guys in here.
You need a good middle stopper. That's a middle linebacker, a true 235, 40, 50, 6'2".
Doug.
Just
Mike Anderson. Yeah. Doug, what's Doug's name? Doug Coleman.
Phil
Ellis.
Jay Foreman.
Come on, man.
Doug Hess. I mean, yeah.
Julius Jackson.
What's
the Barker's name that coaches over at Chicago now?
Who? Carlos Polk.
Yeah, Carlos
Polk. Now that's a big linebacker.
Come on, man. He was 6'3", 245.
He was a big guy. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Man.
You gotta have, like Terrell said. Listen, I might have tried to pick on him, but I knew 100% of the time that if I picked on him, them other 10 dudes is looking for me. They're trying to figure out a way. He didn't told them, and they want to get some give backs because he told them this is what I did to him. That's a team. I love that. So good one. Texas Jeremy says one problem is we're always outnumbered in the box, so our linebackers get hooked and can't shed the block. I agree with that 100%. Listen, Minnesota, do you know how many players they have in the box to stop the run? 9-10 guys in the box. Forget it. That's going to make you one-dimensional, which if Casey plays, it's good for us. If he doesn't play, now we got to figure out who wants it more. Michael Parsons. The real Action Jackson says this. Your cousin Devin White started as a freshman. Hey, ain't that a blend? Well, he was also the top 5 pick, too.
Yeah.
See my point?
Micah Parsons. Yeah, that's
Michael
an
Parsons.
Pro type. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Those guys come few and far between, man. They are not – you don't get those guys every day. And listen, if we don't, we have to recruit it.
Can I get an Action Jackson burger?
Yeah. We need to do an Action Jackson. What would we put on the Action Jackson burger?
Oh, man.
What would you do?
Some bacon.
We'd do a black shirt burger.
Bacon, jalapenos.
Oh, there you go. You
double,
put eggs?
Huh?
You ever tried eggs on a burger?
Oh, yeah.
I have, but I'm not
that into it either.
We call that a disco burger.
Do you?
Yeah. You get you a double disco or a disco burger. You get the patty. You get onions. You get green peppers. You get mushrooms, and then it's wrapped in an egg.
Like a fry burger. You ever had a fry burger?
No, I ain't never had a fry burger.
You ever heard of Checker Burger? You have Checkers, Riley's?
No, I don't go to Checkers.
Oh, y'all don't have one up there?
Riley's, no. I don't know. I don't eat that stuff. 5577 says if they don't want me now, I'm not staying or coming back. Your guy is crazy.
I don't know.
Why wouldn't they want Mickey Joseph? Why? Give me a reason, Bach. Why not Mickey? Tell me why not. Let's not forget why Mickey. I want to know why not Mickey.
Again, it just depends on the resume you're bringing in compared against him. If you have if you're looking at a Dave Aranda, for example, he's got head
over
coaching
Mickey?
experience. He's been in the Big Ten experience.
Dave Aranda over Mickey.
That's what I'm saying.
You would pick Dave Aranda over Mickey.
I'm saying that there are, like I said earlier, Mickey is in the category to me would be, could be a good hire, but there's more than one good hire. It's not like there's just one choice here. That's what Trev has to go through.
I think there's
and so everybody's going to have their reasons, and then the reasons that are against them. Again, you can argue the reasons that are against them. I mean, that's part of, that's what you should do if you're on Mickey Joseph's side or if you're on Aranda's side. Aranda's got reasons against him. But it's going to be the lack of head coaching experience.
So what is Baylor doing this year?
I think they're 5-3.
Okay, so why you want Dave Aranda? Because he's a nice guy. He reminds you of Coach Osborne.
It's not really anything like that. It's more, it has to do with he was had a dominating defense with Wisconsin. Was the defensive coordinator. One of the top coordinators was on that LSU. I think was on that LSU staff that won the title. And now has taken over at Baylor. Won a conference championship. If your goal is conference championships, maybe shop at a store where a guy has conference championship that he can, show you already. And you can do that with any of these different guys. Like Lance Leipold is in the discussion for a lot of these jobs because he's got a good resume. A lot of these guys have good resumes, and that's where you want to be if you're Trev. You don't want to be picking between, well, at least I found a diamond in the rough. You want to be able to have confidence in what you're doing, and it needs to be 100% confidence. Because this is what Trev Albert's legacy as an athletic director will ultimately be. All this other stuff, yeah, it's kind of fluff when you ultimately look back at an athletic director. It's the football hire that's going to matter.
So what do you think about Wisconsin AD and the rest of these colleges that's open like Auburn? So you think the AD is going to sit back and let Nebraska have the pick of the litter? No, they're on the phone now too.
Exactly,
So they got their wallets open, and I'll tell you what, Baylor got a big bank too. So you think about all the oil tycoons down there that don't want to let them go. So hey, good try.
It's going to be a bidding, but you don't want to be the team at the bottom of the bidding war.
Well, you
want to be the team at the top. You want to be picking up. You want to be fighting people up to get your guy, not picking some guy.
You don't want to get that prize trophy and then it end up being a clunker.
Hey, listen, when your boys love you, when your football players love you, I think you better take that into consideration. They'll play for you. So we are here, 6153, Willie, Terry, Josh from Dorchester. We'll get yours right after the break. Wingstop, chicken sandwiches on deck, 93.7 The Ticket.
Warhorse Casino Lincoln is open, and guests are winning big already. Get in on the fun at Nebraska's first casino. Try your luck on your favorite slot machines and join the Warhorse Rewards program for exclusive offers. The best is yet to come as we continue to build a world-class experience for our guests. Right off Highway 77 and West Denton, you'll always leave feeling like a winner at Warhorse Casino Lincoln.
Must be 21 or older to enter. Proper ID is required. Gambling problem? 1-833-BET-OVER.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game. Brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 9th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
This is Todd Riley with American Senior Benefits. If you qualify for Medicare, then you're probably getting bombarded with information right now about different options during the annual election period. It can all be incredibly overwhelming. We're here to help. The experts at American Senior Benefits can help you navigate all of your options and make the best decision for you. You can reach out via our Facebook page, American Senior Benefits Lincoln, or call me directly at 402-413-9510. Let us help you make an informed decision at American Senior Benefits.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money, but like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I ain't order. Now break your. Now break your.
I don't know what we look like.
I don't know what we look like either. That's how we look.
There we go.
I want to read these though because I just think it's good. Okay, so VJ, I want Mickey to get the job as much as you or anyone else. But if he goes winless from here on out, Trev can't give him the job. It's too big of a risk. I know that there's more than just wins and losses to be considered, but if Mickey only wins 2 out of 9 games, he won't be the next head football coach.
I don't even want to comment on that one. No, I'm tired of fighting people with Scott Frost athletes. So, just
it's Scott Frost athletes.
Yeah, athletes.
Okay.
So, you
don't do it, man. Don't.
Yeah.
Willie says John Hess was a hammer.
Oh yeah,
He
I
was
played
too.
with Hess. Yeah.
Yeah, I played with him and against him. When we went to the World League, I played against him. And I don't know, I destroyed somebody on kickoff, and he was so mad. I didn't know it was one of the national guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take it easy on the national guy. I didn't know. How am I supposed to? It's not like they got different uniforms. That's what I was trying to tell him after the game because he was mad at me. He was like, man, you just blew up in one of the national guys, and he really didn't know that much about football. I'm like, dude, why is he out here? He's out here with a bunch of trained killers. I'm one of them. What is he out here for?
You picked him out, VJ.
Oh, my goodness. Did I pick him out? Oh, I'm talking about I buried him.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Did
buried
you know
him.
he was a
I buried him on their sideline, and Hess was so mad at me. He was. After the game, he was just like, and I was just like, Hess, how was I supposed to know? You know how we train. We train to go at Nebraska. Now, if you wanted me to pull a brother-in-law, what you should have done was pull me to the side and say, hey, number 50 is one of the national guys. He's not very good. It's like having Bach out there playing on the professional level.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, though. He wasn't that bad.
No,
he wasn't that bad. I'm just
That's just to
simply
take it
saying.
easy on him.
Yeah, he just wanted me to take it easy on him. Just tell me take it easy on him. I will. Terry says this. Brett Bielema consistently pounded Nebraska at Wisconsin, and his recruiting classes were always lower than Nebraska's. Think about that. His style of play is old school Nebraska. It would work here. I think it would work here, but we guys got to go. We got to get a different coach, old school. I just don't see Brett leaving Illinois.
Yeah, not after 7-1 season, or just they're playing too
They're in
great.
the top.
Why mess up something that ain't broken? So
what are they sitting at? Number what?
14 this week.
Tell me why would he leave?
I'm not
and go
saying-
where?
Yeah. I mean, someone's going to have to pay him a lot of cash. But the other thing is he already tried to do the bigger job route. He went from Wisconsin to Arkansas to get more money, to get a chance at the SEC. He's a Big Ten coach. And so, he might have
What
learned
happened
from
at
that
Arkansas?
lesson too. It didn't go as well.
He got beat up?
Yeah, and he ended up getting beat up a little bit there, but it's not the tenure that he wanted. So I mean, he's more of his style fits more in the Big Ten. His roots there maybe didn't recruit as well there. I'm not really sure altogether why it what didn't go right, but it didn't.
Well, I don't think he's going anywhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I was AD, I would hire Mickey, give him a boatload of money for the best assistants, and let the chips fall. I'm with that. What's the worst that can happen?
Again, I think there's more. I think, again, with the Arizona State reports out there, I think there's more of people nationally are starting to open up their eyes that Mickey's got a plan. This isn't just kind of winging it and see where, Mickey's got a plan. Maybe we saw a little bit more of that with the commitment yesterday, and it's enticing. It's not just this, hey, he's a former player, he's a brother, let's give him a shot, all that stuff. This is, his name is picking up some steam.
Texas Jeremy says, my worry about Mickey is his mentor in the coaching world is Ed Arajan. Besides the 1 year with Burrow, what was Ed Old known for as head coach? Great recruiter, but poor development and direction for his programs. Ole Miss, USC, and LSU were always loaded with talent, but couldn't do much on the field. That's not much different than where we were currently. Highly talented, poorly developed. Well, I mean, Ed was paying attention to the extracurricular activities. He had extra stuff going on around there. He couldn't focus. He couldn't focus on the stuff that he should have been focused on because he was focused on little youngsters.
What your number?
What the number?
What's your number?
And running with his shirt off.
Come to my office.
So I don't know if Mickey's gonna have those same type of problems. I think being in Nebraska is a lot different than being in Baton Rouge. Okay, completely different ball game, completely different animal. The only thing he has to do here is coach football. You don't have. It's not like you're gonna go to a lake. You ain't going to no. You can go to the river, but it's dirty. You're not going to no resorts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to the ocean. You're going to be right here in the middle of the map. Guess what you're surrounded by? Corn.
Seasoned corn?
And more corn.
That's
Yeah,
what
you
I
need
want.
to
I
get some
want some
seasoned
spicy corn.
Yeah.
Don't start crying.
Take it
Don't
back,
even do
Rico.
it. Thunder Collins says this. I'm going to stop. Hey, you're going to change your name. Then unless you tell me that you know Thunder Collins personally, you got to change
I
your
thought
name
he
off
said
that
Thunder, not Collins.
Yeah, it used to be Thunder Not Collins.
Well,
What
now
happened?
it's just Thunder Collins.
No, he did.
See, when you went Thunder Not Collins, I was with you. But now you're just Thunder Collins. Now, if this is the real Thunder Collins, we need an interview.
Figure out what's going on.
Then you're going to get in trouble. If he got that phone in there and you want to talk to him, then you're breaking the law.
I'm not encouraging to develop the delinquency of a minor, sir. I'm just simply saying, he says, if we don't win another game with Mickey Joseph, do we hire him? And if we do, does he lose a ton of momentum? He says, I never changed it. It should be Thunder, not Collins. See?
Somebody changed
now, who
it
changed
in our
it?
book. Yeah.
Who changed it?
Who would do that?
Who did it?
Who would do such a
Did
thing?
you do it?
Somebody at the station. It was
See?
Rico.
The little bitty itty committee.
The plane
Thunder
shows
Collins,
up.
No, Thunder not Collins was being soft. So I said, if you keep talking, I'm gonna change it to Thunder Soft Collins. He kept talking.
It's not Thunder Soft.
Bro,
it just says Thunder
Bro,
Collins.
don't You can't change them on our show. Change them back on our show.
I changed it on my show. It just stayed that way. I'm not changing it multiple times.
You need to change it back to Thunder, not Collins.
Thunder Soft Collins.
See,
Got it.
Where he's
Before I call
where-
you Rico, not Martinez.
Right.
All right.
So you see
Oh,
where you're you're picking on people, and you need to stop being a bully, Rico.
The text line is a privilege, and if you talk trash, you're going to get trashed.
Let me say this one more time, Rico. You need to stop being a bully to the texters, Rico. Hey,
I have
Thunder.
the power.
You put it back.
He did. Now it's Thunder Soft Collins.
You better. You need to put it Thunder, not Collins, sir. Put
Well,
it in
if
there
you
the
can
right
figure out
way.
how
There's
to
going to
change
be
it
some
back,
problems.
Be my guest. But guess what? I changed it.
As long as it doesn't say Thunder Collins, I think that's.
I'm
the
glad
biggest
you
thing.
said that. And when I get it changed, don't you touch it.
There's no chicken for you today.
Yeah. Have you forgotten where we were?
Uh-oh.
Huh? Or are you going to send Nick over?
No, I'm going to
Nick's
drive by and
apparently
throw
at
a
state
chicken
volleyball.
bone at you.
Well, then you get no chicken. See how that works? Let's get it changed over so we can get your chicken going, buddy. You want to do that for me? Huh, Rico?
He's threatening him now. No chicken.
Change it, Rico. You know what? If I change it, Rico, you're banned from Wingstop. I guarantee you that. Unless you spend your own money. Now, matter of fact, we're gonna throw it to break. We throwing it to break. Throw it to break, Terrell.
I had
Throw
to
it
go
to
answer
break.
the phone. Do you want to take a phone call?
No.
Well, absolutely, sir.
Sorry, that's right.
Absolutely.
I had to go answer the phone. That's why I was
Good
gone.
work, Rico. Yeah.
Jim is on the phone.
Jim, you're on the Captain Show. We at Wingstop. What say you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I was wondering what you thought about turning Reimer into a robber. At least sometimes he's in spy mode much of the time anyway. Why not have him lurk back there and pick off the pass? You know what I mean?
If we had somebody, for my thought process on that, Jim, is if we had somebody that could house the middle and that could run side to side, I would think it would be a great deal. But who do you put in his place?
Well, I wouldn't put anyone in his place. What I would do is keep the free safety back deep and then bring the strong safety over to cover the zone middle, and everybody else in man. That's what I would do.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
So, Black Shirt, you're the expert on defense. What do you think of that? Put Reimer at the robber spot?
No.
Why not?
That's the robber spot is. Oh, you talking about the robber for?
Yeah, the robber spot.
A strong side linebacker.
Yeah,
I mean,
with Claveric and what's his name?
Oh, like the nickel?
Yeah, well, that's where's the robber spot?
No, it's not a spot. It's just a function.
If you were
He stays
saying
in
put
the
him at
same
a robber
but
spot,
he lurks. You know how Deion Sanders used to lurk and then step in front and pick off a pass? Remember
I
that?
would use
when he played
I
for
would
the
use
Falcons?
Hausman before I use Reimer to do that. We got to get Ernest Hausman ready. He fits the true thing we need from a linebacker, but he is just so young and not ready that
Right.
that we got him playing, but he's not ready this year. He's learning on the fly, and I think he's got the speed to remind me of a Demario Williams or Levante David. We just need to get him more reps and take a great offseason with him to make him understand that this guy, just like Mickey said, this guy just finished playing Friday night football a year ago. So
high school football,
and everything's fast to him, and he's not used to people being better than him. So he got to get used to what level of football he's on for him to really take it in. He's playing right now, but he's not playing at a high level, at a fast pace, because he's scared. He don't want to make the mistake. He don't want to get taken out the game, so he's hesitant a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, Reimer's got the speed, but Reimer probably have to be 7-8 yards off the ball to do that. And if we got a running quarterback, that gives that quarterback just enough steps to put some movement on Reimer. He's a great tackler, but we just need faster linebackers.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Jim, we appreciate the call, man. I just think that we need Reimer to have one of those 19 tackle games that he was having last year. You know what I mean? He kind of fell off just a little bit. And, you wonder if that injury he had earlier in the season is maybe affecting him a little bit. But we need Reimer to have a 15, 16, 17 tackle game because He's going to have to be all over the field. I like him in that robber spot, but you better have somebody that can run like Reimer. That's again, it just shows you how you talk about the coverage being bare. It's bare, okay?
Yeah.
It's bare. It's bare from a perspective of if you lose the starter, how good is the backup? That bare. So it's like going from what's our kinds here? It's like going from regular Kellogg's Frosted Flakes
to Sugar Smacks.
There you go. I mean, there's gonna be a drop off if you really like Frosted Flakes. Thunder, Sorensen, I need you. Let me get this straight. Rico is straight up bullying, throwing around what tiny amount of power he has.
That's Mighty Mouse.
I mean, I could always just block him.
I know you're not going to block Thunder Collins.
Thunder Soft Collins.
We're not going for that.
I would
You
never
kidding
block.
me?
I would never block Thunder Collins, but Thunder Soft Collins, I would.
Why?
Because that's not Thunder Collins.
Well, but you can't block him on the captain show.
Being soft. Okay, I'll block him on my show.
Okay, but you can't block on the captain show, and you
Well,
need to
if I
change
block-
his name back
if I
to
block him
Thunder,
on my-
not Collins.
If you can figure out how to change
Why
it,
are
go
you?
right ahead.
Why are you being a bully?
Not being a bully. They were
You
bullying.
are. You the guy.
They were
When
bullying
they came
me.
and got me,
No, they
you the
were
guy that I
bullying me,
beat
so
up. When my little buddies that I ran with, because I had a bunch of smart guys, because I felt like I was a smart guy, so I ran a bunch of smart guys. Well, they weren't the athletes. They were the guys that were the smart guys playing with the Nintendo, playing with the little the what do you call those remote control cars?
Oh, yeah.
Playing with those. Those were my buddies. And a lot of times when we got older, they would come and get me like, "Hey, VJ, blah 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 is picking on us." And then, well, let's go have a conversation. So I'm trying not to have a conversation with you, Rico.
You can have a conversation with me all you
I
want.
mean, but you're bullying.
I've never been a bully in my life.
You're bullying Thunder, not Collins.
I'm not bullying.
Yeah, you changed his name.
No, I'm letting him know that
Change it back.
If he wants to,
Was he talking
continue-
stuff to you?
Yes, if he wants to continue to use the
Did he
text
talk
line,
stuff to you on the captain's show?
He was talking trash to me on my show, which is
Let me
worse.
ask you a question again. Yes or no? Did he talk stuff to you on the captain's show?
No, because I'm not
sir?
on your show until now.
Okay, then. Well, then while he's on this show, change him to Thunder, not Collins, doggone it.
His name is Thunder Soft Collins until further notice.
Mute yourself. Josh from Dorchester says this. One other thing is I got a feeling Mickey has got the job, and they will announce it at the end of the year. My reason, we are still getting recruits and good ones. Maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe we need to just be like, yes, sir, Mickey's the guy. He is the guy. He's a coach. I mean, interim, but still the coach. Yes, hire Mickey, give him a bunch of cash for his assistants. Didn't Frost tell us the talent level has increased under his tenure? Did he tell us that?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to. You can't be telling people that it's not happening in 4 years.
Hey, I'm gonna go to Willie, and then I'm gonna go to 6153, and then I'm gonna get out of here. It says Gifford playing good ball and is young.
Well, 50-50, because he got to take his eyes out the backfield and stay on his man. You know, he's playing but you got to keep your eyes on the man you're checking. He always behind to me.
6153 says Rico is an angry elf. You gonna block him too?
I got one in my backyard, a little angry
What,
elf.
angry elf?
Yeah, the little.
He look like Rico?
Yeah, he dressed better.
Hey, we're gonna get that change for you, Thunder Collins. Thunder, not Collins.
No, we
we'll
ain't.
get that change right after the break. It's the captain on the ticket. Forget about Rico. I'm with
the black shirt.
I'm with
Jay Coven.
We'll be right back.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're
definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Bagels & Joe has a brand new location in Seward, and it's open for business. Get ready for the fall with pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cream cheese, and a pumpkin pie smoothie. Don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches, and grab a business box of bagels for the work crew. Bagels & Joe, with 4 Lincoln locations and now in Seward.
You want to join a team of industry leaders, a team where you can learn and grow, a team that treats you right. Well, don't hesitate to look at all the great career opportunities at Acres Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer network in Nebraska. We offer industry-leading wages, state-of-the-art benefits, and a great culture that focuses on both our customers and our employees. Find your next career opportunity at acres.com/careers.
Trendy or traditional, Gary Michaels Clothiers specializes in men's tailored clothing. Off the rack or custom made to measure, there is simply no better shopping experience. Offering designer furnishings, sportswear, shoes, outerwear, and accessories for a man always concerned at looking his best. With world-class tailoring and personal service, all makes Gary Michaels Clothiers Nebraska's premier store for men. Come visit us now at Village Gardens, south of 56th and Pine Lake Road in Lincoln.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 9th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Lose fat, build muscle, gain endurance. Whatever your goal, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help you achieve it. Farrell's offers group fitness for all levels in a fun, welcoming environment. Their proven method combines kickboxing, cardio, and strength training to get you in the best shape of your life. You've heard all about their 10-week challenges, but you can join as a member anytime. Head to fxbeatlincoln.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or just south of 78th and Pioneers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, sponsored by Wingstop.
Man, I can't believe 2 hours went by that fast.
It always does.
Really?
Especially when you're at Wingstop.
Is that what that did? I have you know that I changed it. And Rico's now fighting me over the text deal.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
Thunder,
studio.
not Rico Collins.
We're gonna go to the studio and visit Rico.
Yeah,
quick.
right when we leave here, Rico.
Yeah.
Since you're so tough guy. You better lock the door.
Play hide and seek, little guy.
Yeah. Lock the door. Since you want to bully our people, we're going to show you what a bully is. Okay. Mitch Sherman. When it rains, it pours. Nebraska offensive coordinator Mark Whipple says of the quarterback situation in Lincoln. In addition to the injury suffered by Casey Thompson against Illinois, can you scroll that down? Shepard Purdy. Hold on. Shepard Purdy dealt with an injury that limited his practice time and presumably his performance last week.
When did he get hurt?
Yeah. Why we put him in? Why don't we just go with Smothers?
Yep.
I'd love to go with just Smothers Brothers, you know. I'm just saying if anyway. Rico is an angry elf. 8462 says, didn't Frost tell us that the talent level? He already said that. Who's erasing stuff? To be clear, I'm just trying to enjoy a talk show. And Rico has to just try and bully everyone and ruin it. To be clear, we definitely should give Mickey a chance. The man is somehow bringing the recruits into this clown show Frost left for him. That alone earns him a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Rico, why are you being like that? Did he leave?
He might have left.
He's a little. He
What's up?
said he better pull him off the
There he
air.
is.
He's not going anywhere.
Hey, why you want to be a bully to people?
I'm not being a bully.
Took him a little.
You are.
It took him a little while to jump in his stew.
You asked me. You
And
told
see,
me.
you say things like this, and you wonder why I bully, why I say things back.
Yeah.
It's not me being a bully; it's me defending myself.
No, sir.
When
No,
you sit
sir.
on the toilet, do your legs swing?
No, sir.
Only on the extra tall toilets.
Yeah, those big toilets.
There's only one size. I'm just wondering why this. Why you asked? You said if you can figure out how to change it, then you would leave it alone.
Yeah.
I figured out how to change it.
Well,
now
you
you're
had-
hating again.
You had Jake change it at first, and then you changed it, and
So?
then you told
That-
you and you changed
So?
it to you changed it to don't be a bully, Rico. So I figured we're just going back and forth now.
What it says now. Thunder VJ what?
It says Thunder VJ can't catch Collins.
You're right. I can't catch Thunder Collins, but I can catch you. That's for sure. How about that, little man?
Nah, I don't
I'll
think
be
so.
over there right after the show. It's
Well, as
going
long as you
down.
bring my wings.
I ain't coming. I'm glad you said that. Few coaches have left the system substantially worse than it was when they got there. Frost and Meyer are atop that list. Let's not go there again. If there was even a chance, I think we try for Ken Dorsey. But if not, stick with Mickey.
Ken Dorsey, the former quarterback from Miami.
Yeah.
Where is he at?
He's a Bills offensive coordinator. That's kind of an off the wall idea. I don't know if that's where I'd go, but
you wouldn't go to Ken Dorsey?
I wouldn't be at the top of my list. But it's good for some. I mean, that's a name I haven't heard yet. It's good for people to come up with somebody out there.
See, you need to be careful, Rico, what you ask for. See, he bringing some heat on y'all. I know y'all come after us. You messing around with the captain's countries. We don't play. I got old heads that been around. They know what they're talking about. Okay, and they just might.
What are you talking
Between Bully and Rico and non-tipper Nick, young generation is cold.
We really out here. And then see what I replied to him?
Happy hour equal pro bullying show.
Uh-oh.
Rico. Why do you Rico? Do we need to get
What?
you a lesson on being a bully?
No, I've never been a bully my entire life.
Well, then why are you bullying Thunder
I'm
not
a
College?
pro bullying show.
Why are you
I was
bullying
bullied.
Thunder not College?
Grew up tough.
Apologize to him on air.
Nah, I'm not going to apologize to Thunder Soft.
Then you're being a bully.
Not being a bully.
Apologize.
Nope. That's a negative. I do have a question for you though.
What?
Do you want me to play the legal ID now, or do you want to go? How far do you want to go over?
Just play the legal ID now.
Okay, I'll do that.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Now we got that out of the way. We're not going to hold long. I'm not going to go all the way over into the water cooler. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to get out on time. I'm going to do what I'm paid to do. Get out at 12 o'clock.
That's a lie.
It's true.
It's 12:02.
And we're going to let Rico go.
You're going to get out at 12
Rico,
o'clock. That means
mute
I'm gonna
yourself.
I'm going to play the
Mute
out music
yourself.
in about 15
Mute
seconds.
yourself.
Just letting you know.
Mute yourself. Mute it. Mute it. We don't want to hear from you anymore because you're bully. And we don't do bullying on the Captain Show. So until you apologize, you don't get to speak anymore.
I'll
Rico.
apologize when Terrell apologizes to me.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, Terrell?
I don't know. What did I say?
What'd you do,
You
Rico?
might have made fun of his height a little bit there, I noticed.
What did he do?
He was making fun of my height.
That was after you wouldn't yield.
2 wrongs don't make it
You
right
wouldn't
for
yield.
Sean.
I know, and the second person usually gets caught first, but you're the second guy.
As soon as he apologizes, I'll apologize.
What do you feel like you need to apologize, Black Shirt?
I wouldn't if he asked me to.
Good.
See?
Because
See
I'm
what
not
you started?
apologizing either.
Stubborn bullies we have here.
Yeah, I mean,
You better run in there and tackle this little
what
guy
is
when I see
what
him.
is really going on, Bob?
Bring it on, old man.
Oh,
All righty, Hal Paint.
Rico.
Inch high private eye strikes again.
Hey, listen, it's just like that little bitty dog. That dog, those little
Scrappy.
chihuahuas.
Scrappy
Yeah,
Doo. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo,
and
the
as
little
soon as
nephew.
you open up,
Scrappy.
as
Yeah,
soon as
Scrappy.
and listen, Scrappy will at least try to fight.
Yeah.
As soon as you open up the gate, they're quiet. They don't want no smoke, and they won't even come out of the gate.
I'm about that life. What's up?
You know what? You and Terrell, knocker ball is going down.
That's right.
Oh boy, he'll
Set it up.
never
Bet.
get up.
I'm setting that up.
Man, I will kill him, man.
What are we gonna do?
Terrell-
You see the
Terrell,
real
hey.
Bubble Boy like get knocked in there? You see the movie, The Bubble Boy?
that's a
Okay,
good
then
one.
you need to watch that.
Yeah.
shit.
Best out of 7.
Terrell's going to
No,
go.
he wouldn't
hey,
win 1 out of 7.
That's why I know. That's why I want to go best out of 7 so you can really destroy it.
Man,
Terrell.
he's gonna be in a wheelchair
You're gonna go-
after 6.
Terrell, you're going to go flying through the air like Will Smith on Fresh Prince when he gets thrown out the house.
Yeah. Rico.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even
about
think
all
you can fit in it all the way. You know, you might be.
No,
just-
where'd you
the
go?
The ball might hit the bottom of the ground when you put it on. So
My
you know what I'm
bad.
saying?
Can you hear us?
I can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
us?
You guys are gone, though.
Oh, we're coming back.
We didn't want to see you anymore. We didn't want you to see us anymore, Rico. How about that?
There we
Well,
are.
it's not for me. It's for the people.
Yeah, you are part of the people.
I'm not a part of the people. I'm part of
Play
the show.
it. Play my song so I can get out of here so my people can go nuts on you in the next show. Don't give him any peace, y'all, in the
Your
water
people,
cooler.
hey, your people ain't about that life.
You hear this? Who is this dude think he is?
I don't know, man. I think people boycott him at lunch. I think they go to lunch when he get on the radio. They
Hey, now,
they don't eat in the car no more when Rico gets on the show.
here's what we're gonna need you to do, Rico,
people
before we
love
get
me.
off.
What's up?
Ask us to bring you something from Wingstop.
No.
Ooh.
Perfect. I'm glad you said that. Hey, it's BJ, the captain, at the Wingstop. Get here now, 50th and O Street, 29th and Pine Lake Road, or you can go to 28th and Superior and get all of your chicken sandwich needs met. I'm with.
The black
You
shirt.
got anything?
No, Rico gets no chicken. That's great. with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
See you
wish
later,
somebody
though, chicken
would
guy.
take Rico some chicken. Bob,
Yeah. We've got the Minnesota alumni coming up here.
5 seconds.
Famous alumni coming up here on the Ticket
hey,
Walk.
hey, Bobby Roy said, Rico, I will throw you a touchdown pass with you as the ball.
Or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
James Enterprise Incorporated, that company that hauls your gravel, rocks, and material for your farm or construction site, says thank you to the people of the healthcare community for putting yourself in the way of danger to save the public. That is what it means to be a hero and to build a beautiful legacy. This message brought to you by James Enterprise Incorporated. For all your hauling of rock, gravel, and materials, call them at 402-432-6740. That's 402-432-6740.
Trendy or traditional, Gary Michaels Clothiers specializes in men's tailored clothing. Off the rack or custom made to measure, there is simply no better shopping experience. Offering designer furnishings, sportswear, shoes, outerwear, and accessories for a man always concerned at looking his best. With world-class tailoring and personal service, all makes Gary Michaels Clothiers Nebraska's premier store for men. Come visit us now at Village Gardens, south of 56th and Pine Lake Road in Lincoln.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sauter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Join us on Fridays from 2 to 6 on the rooftop at Barry's as we get you ready for Saturday's game on the block with Eric Strickland and Nate Brennan, followed by Old School with Jay Foreman and DP this Friday from 2 to 6 at Barry's on 9th and Q.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Warm and windy here for your Wednesday. We could see near record warmth as we'll see a high of 79. South winds could gust 35 to 40. A few passing clouds this afternoon, a few lingering clouds tonight, a low down to 58. We'll see a high tomorrow of 75 with a chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Bagels & Joe has a brand new location in Seward, and it's open for business. Get ready for the fall with pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cream cheese, and a pumpkin pie smoothie. Don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches, and grab a business box of bagels for the work crew. Bagels & Joe with 4 Lincoln locations and now in Seward.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water Cooler, brought to you by Wingstop.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I say, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
We are live from Wingstop this week. We're at 50th and O. And man, I just got my chicken wings. I can't wait. They also got chicken sandwiches, brand new chicken sandwiches at Wingstop. You can choose between any of their 12 flavors. Sandwich comes with 2 toasted buns and pickles. It's $5.49 for the sandwich, which is a steal of a deal. Even more of a steal, combo with drink and fries is $7.99. So excellent choice here at Wingstop. Doors open at 11. Of course, it is 12. The Ticket Water Cooler is always coming through your lunch hour from 12 to 1. You can order online at wingstop.com or use DoorDash and Uber Eats to have your food delivered. There are 3 Lincoln locations, 50th and O, where we're at today, 29th in Pine Lake, and 28th and Superior, and now in Grand Island as well. Rico, I don't know if you're back there. I can't see your face, but there you are. There's Rico.
Hello, everyone.
Sure. The bully himself.
Welcome to the best show.
There you go.
I'm not a bully.
You don't consider yourself a bully.
No, I'm not a bully. I'm protecting myself. All right.
Well, as soon as you, I mean, you didn't stand down at all, but yeah, the bullying got turned around on you. So,
look, if people come for me, I'm gonna go right back at them. What's up? That's all it is. If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
There you go. And it's a especially good kitchen here at Wingstop.
Yeah,
so
I bet that kitchen smells good.
Food here. Oh yeah, it always smells good. The latest news: Mark Whipple did have a press conference today. So we'll bring that to just the news out of that to you, which is the biggest part of it is backup quarterback Chuba Purdy had missed a few days of practice leading up to that game against Illinois. And so since then the injury has healed, but maybe that kind of explains why Nebraska's offense couldn't get going. Also, maybe ask further questions about what is the gap between the second quarterback and the third quarterback. Because if you have an injured Chubba Purdy, sorry, I'm always going to say Brock Purdy, his brother over there at Iowa State. If you have an injured Chubba Purdy, maybe that factored in the decision to go with Logan for that one series in the first half. I'm not really sure, but as we go moving forward, I have to think if they were confident enough in injured Chubba Purdy to finish out that game, that I think he's going to get the starting nod if Casey can't go this week.
Yeah, it's very strange because as soon as Casey went out, the first quarterback you saw in was Logan Smothers for that next offensive drive for Nebraska. But then they ended up going with Chubba Purdy, and Mickey Joseph was saying that they were doing it because they were down, and Chubba probably, throws the ball a little bit better than Logan Smothers does. But if he was dealing with an injury leading up to that game, I don't know why you wouldn't have gone with a Logan Smothers unless, as you said, the gap between number 2 and number 3 is that much bigger that an injury doesn't even close it as much as putting in the third string quarterback over the second string.
And I think so far this year, I don't have the numbers, but you kind of think about the one possession he had against Indiana. It has not looked good with backup quarterbacks in one way or the other. Hey, there's the black shirt. How's it going?
Hey, Rico, how you doing?
What's up, Terrell? How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
How's Call of Duty?
It's going good.
You back on Warzone, or you playing multiplayer?
I played Madden this morning and I got destroyed.
Dang.
I'm going to put that game on the back burner for a couple of weeks.
Throw that one into the reserves.
Yeah, snow day. But it's going well, man. I gotta get better at the new one. So I'm just trying to play the Warzone until I can just kill some more people.
What's your gamer tag again, in case they want to see it?
Black Shirt 43.
Yeah, that's easy to remember.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Me and him are friends on PlayStation, but I never get on at the same time as him.
Yeah, I'm an early morning. Like if I get off work at 4:00, I'm playing to 9, 4 to 9.
What's your all-time favorite game?
Call of Duty right now. I'm stuck on it, man. I started playing it like 2-3 years ago, and I've been on it real hard. So I guess that's my favorite of all time right now.
God of War comes out next week, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I say Rico and Nick were doing a video game segment the other day. They went back into my era, which I kind of like. When I was playing, my favorite games is probably kind of the N64 era. You play like NFL Blitz and games like that. Those I thought I had a lot.
I could play that too.
Oh yeah,
I was good at Blitz, man. I'm good at probably anything. I like the old classic games like Popeye, Donkey Kong, Centipede, games like that. Galaxy. When I get a chance to go to like these little places that had a little quarter game, I actually went down to the one in the Haymarket, the downstairs.
Oh yeah, that's kind of fun.
Video games. They got a lot of old school video games down there. Yeah, okay, but yeah, just blue cheese.
I'm good.
Yeah, so I'm very old school. I like old school games, but with the modern day how stuff speeded up, and I like to play with my kids. So the Call of Duty just puts me right on the point with them.
Yeah,
you can get Crash Bandicoot. There's like a combo thing that has like all the old Crash Bandicoots in it. I got it for like $30, and every once in a while my daughter will come down. We'll play that for a little bit. So that's pretty fun.
I tried playing that not too long ago, and it's crazy how you jump on those little leapfrog things and are at that. It's very touchy.
Yes.
As opposed to what I remembered. It's a difficult game.
It's always been that touchy. It's a lot of you got to hit right on the edge, and it's very complicated, very complex for a children's game. Which I was like, I don't understand this, but it's fun.
Yeah, that was a good game. My game was always that I was best at. The old school one was Tetris. I'm pretty good. If you play competitive Tetris, I think we're getting rid of the black shirt.
Bye, Terrell. Have fun.
There he goes. See, he was waiting for his food. He got his food.
Oh yeah, Tetris.
And now he's ready to roll.
Tetris is the reason why I was so good when I worked at Red Walmart across the street. I was good at bagging items because it was great at Tetris.
Why do you call it Red Walmart?
I don't know. I don't want to call it by its name. Just like it's the other one is the other one is Blue Target.
Oh, okay.
You just get it wrong on purpose.
Just around the other.
It's
side,
necessary.
Yeah. We were hitting the news a little bit here. Another news item I wanted to mention: Kansas has self-imposed a 4-game suspension.
Oh no!
For Bill Self to begin this season. The program will also self-impose recruiting restrictions This is, of course, they just won their national title.
He'll
This
never
has been
do that
like
again.
Years and years of just speculation around the program, and it all comes down to this: a 4-game recruiting, or 4-game suspension.
So that's the self-imposed. The NCAA can still come down with their own suspensions or whatever, but they probably won't since Kansas is their little darling. After all of that, Bill Self, he'll never do it again. 4-game suspension. Darn it, man.
No.
Grr. How will they ever recover?
I just like that they waited until they won a national championship. They're like, all right, now we could probably.
Years later, they're like, okay, now we'll do it, I guess.
We feel like we can.
They're probably
like we're in there.
They're probably like, hey, Bill, what 2 weeks do you want to just have off? Like, I'll take these ones in this random month. Okay, cool.
I think it does include the Duke game this year. And that's another thing about college basketball, though, again, too. You get Kansas, Duke. You get all the best matchups in the non-con early on during football season when nobody's paying attention. It's just it always kind of baffled me that they did that, and it just doesn't seem to have as much hype. And part of that is because it doesn't really matter who wins those games, I suppose, in the long run.
They try to build
kind of
it
a
up.
little bit of positioning, but yeah.
Well, you can't do it later because that's when you're doing conference games. You don't want to throw if you're Kansas, you don't want to throw Duke in there randomly before you have to go and face, West Virginia or Texas.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, and they build it up as good as they can with ESPN and Fox and CBS and whatever other college basketball pregame shows and postgame shows or whatever they have going out there. So they do the best that they can, but it's hard to compete with football season going on.
Yeah. Let's get to the major news story. I think that kind of developed over last evening into today. Is that Mickey Joseph might not just be in the eyes of Nebraska as they look for a head coach. Husker Online reported the other day that there has been contact with Arizona State with Mickey Joseph's agent. So does this kind of surprise you at all, Rico, that this was happening, or do you expected maybe a few more wins might be needed for the outside schools to come looking, or is this kind of what you expected?
I don't think so, and I said it in very less glamorous terms as Jay Foreman said it last night when I was listening. He said that, look, Mickey Joseph, Nebraska wasn't the only school looking at Mickey Joseph while he was at LSU or when he was planning on leaving LSU. So Nebraska wasn't his only offer. He was getting offers from other schools. They know how good he is. They know his coaching resume, although it might not have the glamorous head coaching destinations or glamorous head coaching stops that everybody's looking for. He has been a head coach before. He's been an athletic director before. It was at a high school, but it still counts. He had all of that responsibility of being an athletic director. He's been a coach at multiple different universities and in different locations, different communities. He's had to deal with different people day in and day out. So Mickey Joseph's resume, although it doesn't have the head coaching acumen that some people are looking for, he has a ton of coaching experience, and especially now with the little bit of head coaching experience at the Power 5 level that he's getting, I mean, taking a chance on him would be pretty smart for any of these schools, especially if you look at what he's doing on the recruiting trail, not knowing if he's going to be the head coach at Nebraska next season, and how he's still able to get these kids to commit to the university and commit to him. And, if he's here, more than likely they sign. If he's not, I don't know what their decisions will be if they decide to sign with Nebraska, if they decide to go somewhere else, if they decide to follow him. But the things that he's been doing year in and year out on the coaching scene, I'm not surprised that another school is looking at him in a head coaching role, and especially in Arizona State, where, I mean, his wife is from Arizona. His brother is currently coaching on the Arizona Cardinals coaching staff. Yeah. Arizona is a very fertile recruiting ground, and the trek from Louisiana, where he does a lot of his recruiting and a lot of his recruits come from, to Arizona is probably a lot easier and a lot more desirable than going from Louisiana to Nebraska. So that way that fits out. And then I feel as if, an offense with high-powered wide receivers would work extremely well in the Pac-12. So everything kind of lines up perfectly for Arizona State if they end up being able to pry Mickey Joseph, or if Nebraska ends up letting Mickey Joseph walk, Arizona State would be kind of a really good spot for him.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that might be, we'll have to see how it plays out.
I would rather he be here,
right?
But throw that, just let everybody know. Like, I would rather he be coaching here, But if he were to go anywhere else, I mean, and like you said, Auburn seems like a pretty good spot as well. And Auburn, Arizona State, like there's tons of other places where Mickey Joseph would do a great job as a head coach. And, for some reason, people, fans, I don't know about the decision makers at Nebraska, don't seem to want him, or some don't seem to think that he would be a good head coach here.
Well, and I think too, there's, we all like to take our sides, right? And it's kind of fun. I like coaching searches. Some people think it's uncomfortable or whatever, but I mean, I think it's kind of fun. I don't think that there's a whole lot of people that don't think that Mickey Joseph couldn't do an okay job here. The idea behind people, I think, that are maybe want to go elsewhere is that you could get somebody that's a little bit more desirable, at least with the resume. And you can say what you want about resumes or not, but it does count for something if you've ever tried to get a job that your resume kind of speaks that it doesn't, go for. So, I mean, I think Mickey Joseph is building it up, and I think that the talks with Arizona State, or the rumors and reports, I should say, with Arizona State are going to open some eyes. But at the same time, that is probably more aligned. If he wasn't if he wasn't a former Husker, if he wasn't the interim at Nebraska, that's more aligned with a career trajectory for Mickey Joseph. As you mentioned, the Pac-12 kind of makes more sense with his strength as a wide receiver coach. If we're being honest, just the salary that he's going to command at Arizona State's going to be less than it will typically at a Nebraska, at a Auburn. I think you do okay at Auburn, but I think that they're going to have a lot of candidates to pick through at Auburn. Arizona State, you're not going to get the first pick. And that's kind of where Mickey Joseph is. So if you're just talking about out there on the open market with all these colleges, that's kind of where more aligned with the type of job that he would get. That does not mean that it wouldn't work out here at Nebraska, or that he wouldn't be a good hire at Nebraska. It will just be interesting to kind of see the pay scale of when this all kind of plays out. I think that that's where first-time head coach, that's kind of more where that would make traditional sense. But here at Nebraska, if you feel like he's got it rolling, if you're Trev, and I can't say this enough, Trev's legacy as an athletic director depends on this hire. I don't think they can do this little, hey, we're going to hire Mickey for 2 years, see how it goes, and if it doesn't work, Trev can hire another guy. That's not how it works in this profession. I'd be very surprised to see Nebraska go outside the box and do something like that. It just, that doesn't, I mean, how could you tell, recruits he's going to be here in 5 years? That's why they get the 5-year contract. It's supposed to just, help with sustainability. I don't think you have this like trial run with Mickey Joseph because again, and because if Arizona State wants to hire him, they're not giving him a trial run period. I mean, it might end up that way. So Brian Harsin still gets fired after 2 years, not even 2 years in. But you have to go with the 5-year contract. You have to go with the belief. And so it's just fascinating to see how it all plays out. The other thing is the timing. Trev is going to have to make this decision as more jobs come open. A lot of people are kind of pointing around, Black Friday, less than a month away now. We're in the month of November. Kind of as that, when you want to make the announcement. And so trying to decide if it were Mickey Joseph, when would you announce that? And then the other thing is kind of on the fly as it goes, if he does not have a man in mind right now, as far as like finally nailed down, then wins can add to it. I don't think losses at this point, especially with the banged up Casey Thompson, unless they're blowouts, unless it looks like he lost the team, I don't think losses are going to hurt him so much in the race. But a win certainly helps. If you can get a win, especially without Casey Thompson against Minnesota, kind of Big Ten personified over there that Nebraska struggled against, I still think that would be huge in the Mickey Joseph run to be Nebraska's next head coach.
Okay, so this is going with kind of what you said. So if he's not going to be commanding as much money at an Arizona State or an Auburn, if you're Nebraska and you don't offer him that much, or you don't have to offer him that much, what would be the risk of giving him a 5-year contract? Because if you're not offering him that much, the buyout's not going to be too expensive. If it doesn't work out in the first 2-3 years and you do end up trying to go in a different direction, if you did not offer him that much, if you're able to, or if you're willing to, and if he accepts it, offer him less money, then the buyout after 2-3 years won't be too crazy as to, parting ways with him and going in a different direction. But if he's too, and I've said this before, you can't you can't base this hire off of a fear of losing him and him being successful somewhere else, or out of a fear of losing recruits, or, however much of your roster decides to leave if he doesn't end up being the head coach. You can't base your hire out of the fear of that. But if Mickey Joseph continues on this trajectory of getting, commitments from people left and right, getting commitments from guys, kids who can help this program next year, 2 years down the line, then I mean, it would be very hard to say, okay, thank you for all your commitments to Mickey Joseph and the University of Nebraska, but we're going to go in a different direction. And hopefully he's able to stay on as a coach in some capacity. But as we've said before, it would be really awkward for a head coach to look over their shoulder and see, this guy was the head coach for most of the season last year and had not the entire, but a good portion of the state and the entire roster behind him, campaigning for him to be the next head coach. And now he's my wide receiver coach. And, oh, by the way, he still has that associate head coach tag. Like, that would be really, and I mean, I don't know the coaching dynamics, but I guess to me, if I was the next head coach and I had that behind me, I mean, that'd be kind of awkward, and it'd be a very tenuous situation, because if you start to struggle in any capacity, there's always going to be that whisper from the fan base, and maybe something you hear in the back of your mind, like, well, I'm not doing too hot. This guy could always take over. He did it before, and he had, however much success by the time this year ends.
Yeah, and I think part of it's going to depend on that success. But with other teams reaching out to him as head coach, whether it happens this year, there's a possibility that Mickey doesn't get the Nebraska job and doesn't get another Power 5 job. Sometimes when you're just a name involved, maybe he still needs a little bit of a prove it from even an Arizona State or Colorado, whoever else is out there. But you're right. I mean, it would kind of draw up a kind of an interesting situation, but I don't think, if you retain Mickey Joseph at this point, if you're somehow able to do that, whether that in like you said, I think there's limited options here where that could happen. Maybe Ed Orgeron or Dave Aranda, guys he's worked with before. Mm-hmm. Maybe that would be not, they wouldn't be too awkward with an outside hire that he hasn't worked before. I think it would be, but I don't think at this point that you even if you retain Mickey Joseph as your wide receiver coach, heck, even about jump him up to coordinator if that's what he wanted to do. It's not a long-term idea to keep that involved, because he's moving up the coaching rankings. He's going to get offers into the next couple of years, if not this year. So very interesting situation. Again, interesting on Trev's part too, because he kind of put this all together and knew he was going to be in this situation. But he gave Mickey a chance. And I think that too, some people don't think that if you pass on Mickey that maybe you could go back, circle around. If he proves himself at Arizona State, the next hire doesn't work for Nebraska. I think you can. I think this is a big opportunity that Mickey was handed from his alma mater. And he can't be too offended if they go with somebody else. I think down the line, you could probably circle around and get him back if you needed to. But obviously the hope would be your next hire would take off running anyway. We'll take a quick break here on the Ticket Water Cooler. We are live from Wingstop at 50th and O. Very interesting time in Husker athletics. We'll continue talking about that stuff coming up next. Also, one of our favorite segments to do here on the Ticket Water Cooler, famous alumni from your opponent this week. This week, it's Minnesota Golden Gophers. Find out who's going to cheer against the Huskers this upcoming week here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Join us on Friday from 2 to 6 on the rooftop at Barry's as we get you ready for Saturday's game on the block with Eric Strickland and Nate Brennan, followed by Old School with Jay Foreman and DP. This Friday from 2 to 6 at Barry's on 9th and Q.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brant Excavating.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
For
sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking here in Louisville. We are really hitting on all cylinders right now, and deals are off the charts. We've got a lot more new 2022 and 2023 Chevrolet and GMC inventory than we've had in a long time. So make sure you check us out online, or do even better, stop on in the store and let us show you one in person. Our pre-owned lot is plumb full, so take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street, or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler, brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are live from Wingstop at 50th and O, rocking out here on the Ticket Water Cooler, getting ready for one of our favorite trophy games in college football, the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't wait, and we are going to see that this Friday. Rico, I'll let you're a little bit more informed on that. Let the people know what's going on with the Ticket Water Cooler with Happy Hour and our favorite trophy, the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy.
This Friday, everybody, listen up. This Friday, down at Muchachos downtown, the Happy Hour, the Ticket Water Cooler, will be live from Muchachos with the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy and Team Jack to broadcast for 2 hours. We're talking trophy, we're talking football, we're talking volley, we're talking everything. We're talking. I get to have a picture with the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy, which is my favorite trophy in all of college football.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can stop down there, get yourself a picture with it, get yourself some delicious fruit from Muchachos. 10% of all the sales from that day are going to the Team Jack Foundation. We'll have, I believe, some representatives from Team Jack to talk about that. Hopefully we'll have somebody with the $5 Bits of Broken Chair Trophy to talk about that and the journey that it makes every single year from, Minneapolis or from Lincoln to wherever the game is being played, how it's housed, because right now it's been won by Minnesota the past 2 years, I believe. So we'll talk about, where it is, who keeps it, since the schools don't want to recognize it because they're boring and they don't like fun.
They don't like charity?
Yeah, they don't like charity. But you guys can come down there and go to the chair. Hold on, I have to make sure I get the website right. I believe it's thechairtrophy.com and donate to Team Jack, because in case you guys forget, this is a competition with Minnesota off the field. So if Nebraska is able to get more money than Minnesota donated to their foundation, then they get themselves a nice off-the-field victory that doesn't really do anything, and you don't really win anything, but you get the satisfaction of donating more money to Team Jack than Minnesota donates to their foundation, which is the hold on, I have to make sure I get this right, the Minnesota Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital. But they're both for good causes.
And it's not like you're just asking for donations here. You get muchachos out of the deal.
Exactly.
Again,
get some muchachos. And again, 10% of all the sales from that day go directly to the charity. And also, by the way, if you don't have tickets to the game, Team Jack is donating 10 pairs of tickets that we will be giving away on the air down at Muchachos.
Wow, what a deal. And is it just for my sake, because I'm going to be back in studio, but I want to see the trophy. Can you go outside of our hours? Is the trophy going to be down there? Do you know?
I don't know how long the trophy is going to be there. I just know that it'll be there for those 2 hours. So if I'll talk to him and I'll make sure I let you guys know on Friday, maybe before then, how long the trophy is going to be down there. But they have an event up in Minneapolis on Thursday, and then the trophy will be making its way down here later that day or really, really early on Friday.
Very cool. Very cool. If not, I'll just take a picture and, with technology these days, I could just make it look like I was there by the trophy.
Don't worry.
That'll work as
Go to brokenchairtrophy.com. Go to click on the Team Jack link, donate there, and help the Huskers get the off-the-field win. So currently, day 4 of the fundraising, the Huskers are at $3,434, while the Gophers are at $3,246.
Ooh, that's a close race.
The totals from last year for Nebraska, $30,861, and for the Gophers, $17,510. So Nebraska blew them out of the water last year, but we have a long way to go.
We gotta go back to back. We're gonna defend that title. I can't wait for it. Like we said, it is my favorite trophy. The other trophy games Nebraska has, of course, Nebraska hasn't won any trophy games as of late, but the other trophy games that Nebraska's had with Wisconsin and Iowa, I like them. I mean, I like the Big Ten, kind of embracing the trophy games. But those they were kind of
the Freedom Trophy and the Hero. I like the Heroes Trophy. I like the concept behind it. It's a pretty boring trophy, and I think you need to come up with something better. The Freedom Trophy sucks. I'm sorry.
Hey!
I love freedom, but that trophy sucks. That trophy sucks.
Well, Nebraska's never had it. So
yeah.
you don't get too close of a look at it. I mean, I
It
think
should have been like
they're very corporate. They're very just like, hey, what's a good thing? And who's against heroes of freedom? Nobody is.
It should have been a fullback.
Yeah, exactly.
It should have been a
rivalry
fullback
a little bit more.
It should have been. It should have been the Barry Alvarez Trophy. Like, come on, be more creative.
This one's organic. This one is a battle between Fo Pelini and Goldie the Gopher, which came down to $5 bits of broken chair trophy. I don't think that. I think at one time the $5 had Bo Pelini's face on them. I don't think that's the case anymore.
So it had Goldie and Bo Pelini. I don't think it has.
That's right.
Bo Pelini. I think now it has Herbie and Goldie.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. You gotta separate yourself from the Pelini era a little bit.
just a smidge. But yeah, it's gonna be a blast. Like I said, I'm gonna be right there with the trophy for the first time, and I cannot be more excited. So get on down to Muchachos and get yourself a picture of the trophy. You could meet me and Nick. Bach will be back here running the board, but we'll see if he can sneak down there at some point. Hopefully the chair's still there, and get yourself some delicious food from Muchachos.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some delicious food here for you, too, at Wingstop. We're live from 50th and O. We do this every Wednesday from a different Wingstop location, the Captain and the Ticket Water Cooler. So we're very happy to be with you here. Before we take a quick break, I did want to run through some Minnesota alumni, some famous people you might know that are probably cheering against Nebraska, unfortunately, this week, as they like to row the boat, these people do. So we can run down their list. Their alumni, kind of interesting, but not as interesting as others, though it does have maybe the best lead, which is the nature boy himself, Ric Flair, once a Minnesota alum himself. So, woo! There you go. Ric Flair, one of the best wrestlers of all time. While on wrestling, I should say, Eric Bischoff, the WCW runner, he is rumored to have gone to the University of Minnesota, but apparently that is a lie. Apparently he is. So there's a bit of a distinction. Yeah. Which is good, because wrestling, you never know most of it's fake, but you never know what part of it's real, what part of it's fake. So it's good that you've got a rumor going out there. How about this? This would not be a political statement too long ago, but unfortunately the pillows are political now. Mike Lindell went to famous for My Pillow, went to Minnesota as well. He did not last too long there, but did you ever try out certain pillows? Are you particular about your pillows, Rico?
No, not really. I don't really care. We did get some pillows from Sam's Club that I really like, though. So there's that.
Yeah. Well, and
they're
it's
just generic. So at least I think. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get them. My mother-in-law swore by them, so she got them for me and my wife. So we have them, and they're pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, I mean, I at some point do invest your money into good pillows, because I certainly think they make a difference. I'm one of those people that you can't have enough pillows. I can sleep with 16 pillows if I needed to.
Why do you even need a mattress at that point? Just lay on the pillows.
Yeah, I mean, that would be better, I think. I did try the My Pillow out. I don't know if there's different kinds, but I guess I just got the basic one. It just seems like a pillow. I'm not really sure. That one, not among my favorite pillows.
Basic
from
pillow
a guy
guy
who tried a lot of pillows. So just letting you know that. How about one of the greatest coaches in college football history that probably doesn't get enough run for his money just because of generations has passed, but Bud Wilkinson, Oklahoma quarterback. Oklahoma, great in the mid-50s there. He had his own run, like 5-year stretch. We talk about Tom Osborne's 5-year stretch. Bud Wilkinson had one similar to that era in the mid-50s, and one of the greatest coaches of all time, but played quarterback for the Golden Gophers, actually, in the 30s, I believe, well before then. So Minnesota probably feels like they missed out on that.
Why didn't Minnesota hire him?
I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look at that. How about 9 players? As we know, Minnesota, kind of a hockey school. I mean, it's a hockey region at least. 9 players from the university played on the 1980 Miracle on Ice hockey team that beat the USSR and won the gold medal.
Wow, Minnesota, the most American.
They are among the most American.
Who would have thought?
So thank them for that gold medal if you happen to see them in town. I don't know how you'd
just thank Goldie. Just go up to Goldie and say thank you for your service.
Yes. Thank you for your hockey, Goldie. How about one of the Ghostbusters? If you've got one of the Ghostbusters, hey, that's pretty cool. They have Winston, better known as Ernie. Well, he's probably better known as Winston, but his real name is Ernie Hudson.
Wow.
So he went
Wow.
to the University of Minnesota.
I never
Pretty
would have.
cool.
I never would have pegged Minnesota for a ghost busting school.
Yeah, well, at least one of them trained there. I don't know if they have ghost busting as a major, but
I doubt it. They don't seem
I don't
cool
think
enough.
that's what he majored in. No, yeah. How about Henry Fonda? Actually born in Grand Island. He's obviously a famous actor. Rico, what was your favorite Henry Fonda?
Don't ask me that question.
Yeah, I have no clue either. That's why I was asked.
Don't do that.
He's kind of like Bud Wilkinson. As the generation passes on, I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that know about Henry Fonda. Rico and I are not among
No,
those people,
not a part of that.
How about your favorite Bob Dylan song? You big Bob Dylan guy?
I couldn't tell you. Is
Can't do
that
that either.
like blasphemy? Should I be able to tell you my favorite Bob Dylan song?
I think yes, but I'm right there with you as far as blasphemous because I don't know Bob Dylan songs either. But he went to the University.
Let's ask the text line. What's your favorite Bob Dylan song? Because he's a Minnesota alum. There you go.
And if you know, you're cheering for Minnesota this week. No,
How dare you?
How about Ron Perlman, the actor? He was in Sons of Anarchy, also known as Hellboy. I think was his.
Yes.
And he's a lot of other things.
There's a lot of other things, but Hellboy, yeah.
Hellboy was cool. Did you like Hellboy?
Oh yeah, loved it. Never. I don't think I watched the second one though. I might have watched the second one. I don't remember. I know the first one's really good though.
The first one was really good, and my dad took me to that when we were younger. And my dad is a Christian man. He doesn't, so we had to call it Heck Boy when I was like 12.
I want to watch Heck Boy.
Yeah, so we just ignored that HE double toothpicks there and just went with Heck Boy. But Ron Perlman's been doing well there. And then two vice presidents all together. Rico, we're going to quiz you here on your vice presidents.
Oh, hit me.
Which presidents these guys were vice presidents under? Hubert H. Humphrey, vice president under which president in the United States?
Triple H.
That's right. That's awesome.
Shawn Michaels. I don't know. Who was he under?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh,
So
obviously.
you have to go back in the day. A little bit more recent, but still before you were born. Walter Mondale, former U.S. president and 1984 Democratic nominee for president. Who do you think he was?
I know that name.
VP.
I know that name. I've heard that name before. I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you who he was the vice president for, though.
What if I give you a hint and just say peanuts?
Peanuts?
Peanuts.
No, doesn't help.
Now, Jimmy Carter.
Ah!
Jimmy Carter, the vice president. And I don't know why. I have to look it up, but peanuts relate to Jimmy Carter for some reason. I'll let you know on the other side of the break. I can't remember why. Peanut farmer or something.
Something weird. I don't know. Something weird like that. Whoever did the things and whatever.
What do you think of the list? It's a pretty impressive list. We just don't know much about these people.
Like it's a good list, but I couldn't tell you about a lot of those people. So good on you, Minnesota, I guess.
Good job, Minnesota.
Yeah, good job having a bunch of people that I don't know. Congratulations.
All those things are nice, but still the $5 bits of broken chair trophy is more important.
That's
more,
it. You have Muhammad Ibrahim. That's what I respect.
Yeah. There's a list of athletes that are kind of fun. Athletes you forgot went to Minnesota, like Joel Prisbilla. You a big Joel Prisbilla guy?
No.
Joel Prisbilla? No.
Brock Lesnar
All right,
went to Minnesota.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he wrestled there.
And Shelton Benjamin, who's also a wrestler.
There we go. Minnesota.
It's a big wrestling school with Ric Flair there as well.
Look at that.
But not Eric Bischoff. He's
No.
only rumored to have gone.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We are live from Wingstop at 50th and O Ticket Water Cooler. We'll return after these few messages.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brant Excavating.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
October often presents all 4 seasons within 1 month. Are you and your feet prepared for the highs and lows? Stop in now to Brown Shoe Fit for a fall sale. Get $10 to $15 off any regular price shoe over $70. Save on dress shoes, athletic shoes, boots, and even hiking shoes. Brown's has great brands like Brooks, New Balance, Clarks, Hoka, Merrell, and more. Some exclusions may apply, so see store for details. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today for their fall sale, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit asbmidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, no big bread.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 9th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Warm and windy here for your Wednesday. We could see near record warmth as we'll see a high of 79. South winds could gust 35 to 40. A few passing clouds this afternoon, a few lingering clouds tonight, a low down to 58. We'll see a high tomorrow of 75 with a chance of evening thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler. Brought to you by Wingstop on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Basket Water Cooler. We're live from Wingstop at 50th and come on down and try their new chicken sandwich. You can choose between any of their 12 flavors. A sandwich comes with 2 toasted buns and pickles, $5.49 for the sandwich, $7.99 for the combo, which is drink and fries. Of course, they've got a great menu here. You'd also get seasoned corn, some of our favorite menu items there from Wingstop. Come on down. We're only going to be out here for a few more minutes. Of course, they're open for quite some time for the rest of the day as well and into the evening. So whether it's lunch or dinner, make Wingstop your choice today or into this week. A couple of news and notes to get through before we end the show. Big news out of D.C., the D.C. area, is that the Commanders might be up for sale, and the NFL and its fans collectively cheer, yay!
Hooray! You know who?
Dan Snyder might no longer be the owner of the Commanders.
You know who we need to get on the phone? DP.
DP. Yeah.
We gotta see how he's feeling. If this is real, if he's gonna go back, or if he's still an NFL fan free agent.
Which is, I still don't understand. I think I've kind of tried to do that over the years as an Arizona Cardinals fan.
You always find your way back.
Pick a playoff team, but you can't. I mean, if you're a fan, you're just actually really a fan. I mean, it's hard to dissociate yourself from the team.
You could pretend that you're a fan of another team, but anytime that your old team plays again, you're just like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on over here?
Yeah. So it's hard to do, but hopefully DP is probably rejoicing. You're probably right with the news that Dan Snyder might sell the team, and the NFL altogether is probably pretty happy about that. We mentioned Kansas suspending Bill Self for 4 games. That's kind of the other kind of big news out there. And then one that I know you wanted to touch on, Rico, was the college football playoffs, which came out last night with Tennessee as the number 1 school. In the first time, I think, in any ranking since 1998 that Tennessee is number 1. It's very similar to Nebraska. They've had that same time period where they've kind of had that struggle. So it's very cool to see Tennessee, another place that cares quite a bit about football, get back on top, though I am a little jealous as a Nebraska fan because at least we had a partner in our shared misery. That is no longer the case. Number 2, Ohio State. Jumping all the way up to number 2. I shouldn't say jumping, just jumping Georgia. Georgia is number 1 in the AP poll. The defending champions, they are now number 3 in the initial college football playoff poll. So that's very interesting. Clemson comes in at number 4.
That's style points right there. That's why Ohio State jumped Georgia. Yeah. That's just they look, that's an eye test right there. That's Ohio State looks real good. So that's why they jumped Georgia. So I get the top 3. Makes sense. Yeah. Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia. Cool. I'm cool with it. Why is Clemson number 4? Why isn't Michigan number 4? Michigan has been a lot, again, we're talking eye test. Michigan has been a lot more impressive than Clemson has, and they tried to say, their non-con schedule has looked, better than Clemson's non-con has looked better than Michigan's. You know Clemson's non-con? Louisiana Tech, Furman, and Georgia Tech. Well, Georgia Tech's not even non-con. Georgia Tech is in the conference, but Louisiana Tech and Furman, and
Nebraska's playing Louisiana Tech next year.
That's a better non-con than Michigan.
Michigan's wasn't much better.
It wasn't much better.
I get your point,
but still,
you
can't. They were both bad. They both had not that great of non-con schedules. And then if you look at the rankings for both teams, Michigan has better rankings than Clemson. And if you're going to try and say, the ACC is better than the Big Ten, no. Michigan is playing in the Big Ten East. If they were on the Big Ten West, I would understand. They're on the good side of the conference. They've already played Penn State. Penn State would beat a lot of the teams in the ACC, and Michigan handled them. Clemson should not be number 4. Michigan should be number 4. And Alabama, of course, old powerful Alabama has to stay in the top 6 just in case anybody in the top 4 loses, so you can throw them up there and they can go into the college football playoff once again. Shouldn't be ahead of TCU. TCU's undefeated. If you want to say the regular season matters, they've beaten everybody in front of them. I don't care if Alabama lost to the number 1 team. They lost. You shouldn't be in the top 6. I'm sorry. That's just the rules.
No, I agree with you. I think TCU, if you had – and some of this stuff is just done actually to create controversy, to talk about this stuff on talk shows like this, because there really is no other reason to have a top 25 release of the college football playoff at the beginning of November other than that. But if you had a 16 playoff this year, right now, people would lose their minds if Alabama gotten over TCU, and as well they should. So kind of silly for them to do that, but we've always kind of looked for different. Why did the college football playoff ranked this way or what's the most important. What we do know at this point in time, one loss Alabama, the lowest they can drop is 6. I mean, that's college football playoff Bible stuff.
That
right
is the
there.
lowest they have ever been ranked in the college football playoff era. This is the second time they've ever been ranked 6th. The other, they made the college football playoff.
Yeah.
They're setting it up to put Alabama back in the playoff because Tennessee and Georgia play this week. So, of course, they didn't put Georgia at 2 because they put Georgia at 3. Because if they lose, they drop out of the top 4, and they drop below Alabama. Those are the rules. That's what's going to happen.
Well, here's the good news for anybody that is too worried about these initial rankings. It'll all work itself out. Georgia and Tennessee play each other. Michigan and Ohio State play each other. If Clemson and TCU go undefeated, you can have the SEC champion.
TCU will still get left out. TCU will get left out. I guarantee you. So
I don't think so.
Let's just go with this. All right, you ready for this? Clemson and TCU go the rest of the way undefeated. Ohio State beats Michigan. Tennessee beats Georgia. Alabama goes, and then what? Tennessee would have to play Georgia in the SEC title game since Tennessee beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Or Alabama, whatever. Whoever happens there, Alabama ends up winning that.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama. That would be your 4. TCU's getting left out.
No, I don't think they're not going to leave a Power 5 team out of it undefeated.
There is a way.
A 4-team playoff.
There is a way that they get left out.
It just will not happen. I know that they don't have the respect for TCU, which, by the way,
TCU won't jump if Alabama doesn't lose the rest of this season. TCU's not jumping Alabama. If Clemson stays undefeated, TCU's not jumping Clemson. So they would have to figure out a way. And so you just throw Alabama back into there and substituting Georgia. TCU's not making it in.
Rico, TCU is going to get in. Any Power 5, if they win their whole conference without a loss, is going to get in, despite what these rankings say.
Your SEC powerhouses won't allow it. The SEC overlords at ESPN won't allow it.
And by the way, the Big 12 this year is a gauntlet.
It's good.
It's crazy. Now, it's not top heavy maybe as the Big 10 or the SEC, but you legitimately, there's no Rutgers, there's no Vanderbilt, there's no weeks that you can kind of not play your best ball and still come out with a win.
Because West Virginia will take
West
it to
Virginia is probably the worst team in the Big 12, and they're a good team. Texas Tech, those might be the bottom teams in the Big 12 this year. Those are solid teams already with good victories this year.
Those are still scary. Kansas, even though it's Kansas and they're 5-2 or whatever, they're still scary. They can still get you.
Oh yeah, that's a sound football team. So
also, how is LSU and Ole Miss rated in the top 10? LSU's 10th and Ole Miss is 11th.
Yeah,
what is
LSU
this?
has 2 losses and
what
Ole
is
Miss has
this?
1. It's confusing, which again I think is part of the
Penn
point.
State
of the
is
college
15th.
playoff.
They've got rolled 2 weeks in a row.
But here's for you, Riccio. Once they expand to 12, who really cares? It's not going to matter when they release all this positioning up there.
Once they expand to 12, it's going to be annoying because there's going to be 5 SEC teams, right? So if they expand to 12, if it ended today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SEC teams. This is dumb.
Well, Rico, I gotta tell you something. The SEC has been the best conference for the last 15 years.
Yeah, but LSU and Ole Miss should not be there.
They should be there.
They are not that good.
They are that good.
They are not top 12 teams.
SEC. It just means more, Rico.
This is stupid, and I hate it.
Well, your Horned Frogs will be fine if they go into
3 Pac-12 teams. So shout out to the Pac-12.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
I'm good with that. Get the Pac-12 involved.
That's
baby.
why I don't want a 12-team playoff. What does any team in the Pac-12 have a reason to fight for a championship?
USC is undefeated.
USC's not undefeated.
Or no, they have 1 loss. They're number 9.
Yeah. They're out.
Oregon only has 1 loss. They're number 8.
We better wrap it up.
Yeah,
we would just keep talking about this the whole time. But that'll wrap it up for the Ticket Water Cooler and the Captain. Thanks for joining us today live from Wingstop at 50th and O. Happy hours next.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your